I feel like at this point, I don't know. I'm curious, but I don't think anybody does that. But we'll throw it out here. I think you guys have been through too much shit together. I feel like you've been through too much shit together. So, for a point of DM inspiration, would anybody like to sum up what happened 2 weeks ago on Mythic Odysseys? If you're interested in that point of DM inspiration, please roll a d20 into chat. If you already have too much inspiration, you may give it to someone else, or you can have a Factspiration die, which I believe is a d10 at your current level. And if no one is interested in the recap, I will try my best to recap it myself. How hard could it be? Let's see. I'm staring at the map. Try to remember. Yes, I remember what happened. All right, I'll do the recap. That's fine.
I mean, hold on. I guess if no one's doing it, I'll do it.
Oh, okay. All right. Sure. Take it away, Maya.
All right. Previously on Mythic Odyssey, we finally decided to head towards. Well, I guess the first part we were just trying to figure out where we're going to go next. We had a discussion about all of our options, where we wanted to go and what we needed to do, and we also learned a lot about ships and how we can upgrade the Stormbreaker. Realizing that it's going to require a lot of time and money, which we don't really have that much money. Drachmae. So we had to think of ways to get drachmae, and so 2 options came up to us. Was maybe see if we can do something with Hexia, knowing that she's a very wealthy green dragon criminal overlord, or from what Kyra told us, Helios is supposed to be very, very wealthy, and maybe he'll have something for us to do that will let us get some money so we can fund our ship repairs and upgrades. And so not really wanting to go to Hexia just yet, and also with Pythor kind of trying to figure out exactly what the issue is with Pythor and Hexia in the first place before we head over there. We decided to go to Helios since it seemed we needed the least amount of preparation for that. So yeah, we went. We set course, left Themis, and set a course for the Helios's garden, and it was a pretty simple ride there. I don't think we ran into much anything on our way there. And then once we eventually got there, we saw that the island was pretty well separated. Like there was 2 islands right next to each other. One that was more easier to access, and another one that was very large, had large cliffs, making it difficult to reach. So we got on our jolly boats and went to the smaller island. And when we got there, we met with the residents of Helios's garden, which seems to be a mini primitive cyclops and giants. They seem to be living a very happy, isolated life. They showed us, we introduced ourselves, avoided any type of serious conflict, and got to know them a little bit as the day went by. They showed us around the village. We met some of the, talked to some of the children, some of the older people, some of the elders, and they explained to us that the society they have is, one of peace and relative prosperity. Everybody seems to be really happy, and that if anybody feels they need more or want to experience some type of excitement or some type of relief, they go to the larger island where they have large creatures and danger and excitement to get it out of their system, and then they come back. Or they don't come back, depending on when they go. We had a kind of a discussion ourselves, trying to figure out, is this really right? Some things here, and one thing about this island is that almost everything had a slight tinge of gold. The sand was gold. A lot of the statues and masonry work around here was gold, and so after the evening, came. Helios returned from his trip to around the, guiding the sun, and we were able to meet him. We had a very nice dinner, and we just chatted about the state, why we were here, about him and what he's been doing in his relation, somewhat of his relationship with the other gods. But it seemed like a lot of the questions we wanted to ask, he seemed to not being able to answer or won't answer unless we, offer, give some type of compensation, whether that be our time or something. And it seems like he has a task for us that would allow us to ask 3 questions from him that he can answer. So before we figured out what the actual task was, we enjoyed our dinner, had pleasant conversation, and eventually he told us that for the task he wanted us to go and slay a Medusa, a gold cursed Medusa, someone who is that he called the Midas. Apparently, there is they've done something where they were so greedy that when they were cursed with the curse of Medusa, their curse, instead of petrifying people into stone, they petrify everything they look at to gold. We agreed to go and do the quest as a way of not only getting some questions, but if it's an island of gold, we might be able to get increase our funds of drachmae and possibly be able to repair and upgrade the ship. So we finished dinner and got ourselves ready to head over to the island of gold. And I believe we were in the middle of leaving Eos's garden when we last left off.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead and take. You want demon inspiration or a fact inspiration?
I'll take a demon inspiration.
All right. Sounds good.
It's the first time I've been capped out.
Oh man, congrats. Okay. So the question now is, does anybody want to answer the fact inspiration question? If you do, go ahead and throw D20 into chat.
Well,
all right, we got Julian versus Julian. Versus Andronikos. Going once, going twice. Sold to Julian. All right, Julian. Does your character, do you value your own best interest more than the party's? Why or why not? And you may be muted. I don't know. Hello?
Yeah, I haven't heard Julian all day.
Oh shit. Okay. Julian, we cannot hear you. Can Julian hear us?
Can you hear us?
He must have heard us because he typed into the chat. Okay.
Yeah, he said 1 second.
All right, you can hear us. Okay.
He's probably exiting back in.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Sorry about that. I'm not quite sure what was going on because it was lighting up on my end, but anyway.
All right, take it away.
So, to borrow from a tremendous character from one of the plays I've seen, a certain Anthony Stark. I'm not the sort of person to lay down on the wire, let a man crawl over me. I plan on cutting the wire. So, while I do wish us to succeed, my intention is not to self-sacrifice, but to find a third option, if you will, so that we can all work together. But I would, probably not going to be the first person to, sacrifice your life. I mean, Oren certainly is that sort and has proven that before, time and again. But unfortunately, I am not. Well, fortunately, depending on your perspective.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. You may ask the same question of any NPC you've met previously. Though I suppose in this case it would probably be someone related to the party in some way. If you
feel like
don't want to
asking
know
it-
the answer, you don't have to ask.
Right. Well, no, I'm trying to weigh out the options because it doesn't make sense to ask any of the gods because they've got a failsafe that they're back in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I would like to know where Nessa stands.
Oh wow. Okay. Um. Hmm. All right. So Nessa considers each day that she is not a scorpion sort of a gift that you guys have granted her. And then the fact that you went on to break that curse for all of her people, she feels indebted, but not like in a bad way. Like she would be proud to lay down her life to save one of your lives, to do whatever she can to further a cause that is important to you guys. Because every day that she's had since she met you, she feels was not so much borrowed time, but gifted time, time that she was not originally fated to have. So there you go. All right, so I'll wind this one down, and then put on some other music. Okay. Maybe there'll be music. I don't know someday. So, what will you guys do next? Do you wish to um receive the constellation information about the Isle of Gold and
I think that was the case. I think we had arrived at the Isle because we had.
Oh, you had already arrived at the Isle of Gold?
I thought we were just leaving Helios's garden. I don't know if we did arrive, then I might have missed that. So did we have any? Did you have any encounters?
I think at the very least we were assembling to hear the constellation and the information.
Maybe you did already make it there.
Maybe
That's
we did.
weird.
Let me go look at the.
Yeah, I'm gonna check the VOD real quick. Hold on. It was 2 weeks ago. It was a long 2 weeks. Let's see. Okay, hold on. All right, let's see who could find this information first. All right. The thing about Sibo and Ashley Johnson. That's good stuff. Let's see.
The what?
All right. People leveling up. You didn't watch the VOD?
No. Colorado didn't have internet. You know what I mean?
All right, hold on. We did a lot of bullshitting at the end of the session. Jeez. All right, hold on. What is this, like a Matt Colville game? All right, hold on. Uh-huh. Okay. You finding it, Tom?
I see us talking about what we're doing, but
it's not a big deal. We can just get the constellation info and then get going.
All right. All right. Since nobody can accurately remember, I will just assume that we made it. But I could have sworn that we still had to roll on it on the sailing table and shit. But maybe not.
Okay.
I don't remember having rolled on the sailing table, but I also had thought we were there, so I guess I'm on both sides.
Yeah, we got the information from him because at the end here you were telling us about who he was, the Dragonlord, and the.
Okay, yeah. So you guys were at the island.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, we were at the island.
All right, and you already assembled your B team, and you're heading out. Great. All right. Sorry for all the delays tonight. Okay, but we're back in it now.
He also has a dragon and all that stuff too. Yeah. So.
Well, he had a dragon.
Had a dragon, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'll put you guys on the Golden Shores. All right. and I'll take you over to it. All right. Yeah. So no, wait.
So bright.
Sorry, you guys aren't on the Golden Shores yet. I'm sorry, I'm such a mess tonight. Delete
So
all that.
bright.
You guys are sailing in on your jolly boat. I should just check my my notes more often. Stop going off of my memory. All right, much better.
We
So
were
you
bringing.
Huh?
We were to bring Georgos, right? Because we wanted that advantage against smell.
Oh, well, who do you drop for Yorgos?
I think we were dropping Steros.
Oh, you are dropping Steros for Yorgos. Okay.
Wait, do we want Georgos or do we want Moxena?
Certification.
Yeah, Moxana's petrification. I'm starting to wonder, Will, did you play a different game last time? Because you got a different memory than everyone else.
So I think we had.
Because
I don't
it's
think we
gold.
left yet. I think we
Because
had
it's a
just
look.
gotten there, and then because you had. I'm looking at it right now. At the end, you had asked if we wanted to get the information now, or started at the next session, and we said, okay, yeah, give us the information now, and we had just gotten the information. We haven't left. We haven't left the boat yet, I guess.
So you're still on the boat. You still need your B team. All right. So Yorgos, Pitios, I'm assuming, for stealing. Maybe?
Moxena.
Moxena. Okay. Who else?
Telemachus, because always.
Okay. With them, as always, Telemachus. Got it.
And we have one left. We have one spot left.
I mean, I can't imagine there's too many indigenous lives, so I'm not sure how, for the first time, how useful Nessa would be.
Fair point.
Excuse me?
Dang.
But you can make Sibo run real fast.
You could bring
Exactly.
you could bring Chandras and Zamrox. You could also bring Corinna.
Kyra?
She's curious
Corinna.
about
Is there anybody that looks like
he was a dragon lord.
Yeah.
He was a dragon lord, yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna do Corinna. All right.
I mean, Kyra's what you call it? Bardic inspiration when we have to make Constitution saving throws.
That's true.
Oh, that'd be huge.
I'll be petrified.
Okay. Do you want to bring Kyra?
Yeah, I think that might be smart.
I mean, you could leave Pedios and bring Kyra.
I don't think we need Pedios.
Yeah, I don't think we need Pedios. Yeah, we'll leave Pedios. Bring Kyra and Corinna.
All right. Pedios will sneak on to the island and steal stuff anyways for himself, but that's fine. You know, that's what the world's greatest thief does. All right. Sweet. Okay. So, with your B team selected, any other den leader Orin, any other preparations before you guys head out?
Den leader.
Yeah.
Just making sure everybody's got their lunchbox, and their
yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Hold on, let me check what spells I have prepared.
When you were gone and only Nim was in charge of these guys, it was a lot looser. Let me tell you, it was a lot looser.
Facts.
Yeah. They were getting away with all kinds of bad behavior. Sometimes they wouldn't even have ammo for their ranged weapons without Orin around. It was crazy.
We're 11th level, right?
Wow, you guys really tested me tonight.
What are you talking about?
You are, yeah.
That sounds good. 11 sounds great.
So they would just do the constellation. We're good to go.
All right, so we did the constellation.
Did we?
Wait.
Did we do it?
Yeah. I remember now reading you guys the constellation. So you would have had to have gotten to the island for that to have happened.
Okay.
We got to the island, and then Crash said, "Hey, do you guys want the constellation information now, or you want it next session?" And then he got it now, and that was it.
Yep. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm good to go then.
All right. So you might see your golden.
Yeah.
All right. So is it? Sibo, do you want since you didn't get to watch the VOD, do you want the quick and dirty of what's going on here?
Yes.
Okay, so much like Jedis that were all killed during the war, but weren't all killed during the war, all of the Dragonlords that died apparently didn't really die. So this is another Dragonlord that done fucked up and got cursed. This one, he and his dragon were consumed by a dragon greed, and they were the quartermaster of the Order of the Dragonlords. But they took the whole colonial conquistador route,
Okay.
and they really went hard, acquiring treasure and gold and whatnot. Eventually, it became an obsession, and eventually they were cursed for their behavior. They also stole from Helios, the god of the sun, in addition to many other people. So they made a lot of enemies before finally being cursed by the fates. Their ship was actually attacked at sea by minions of Sidon, and they ended up on this island, and now they have basically turned the island to gold. And when their dragon saw that they had been cursed, and the dragon tried to stop them, they turned the dragon to gold also. And yeah, so they're kind of a tragic, King Midas-esque figure, and they are named Midas, but they are a Medusa who, instead of turning you to stone, turns you to gold. You've been essentially hired in exchange for the answers to question 3 by the sun god Helios to go here and kill this guy, because he has not let go of the grudge.
Okay. All right.
Yep. All right. And this guy, to the best of your knowledge, is not protected by any sort of oaths or pacts or anything like that.
Nice.
All right. In that case, as you guys
The
are...
way you specified "to the best of your knowledge" was super reassuring.
All right.
Mhm.
So
It makes sense
so
to
as
me.
you guys are sailing in, you haven't reached the shores yet. As you guys are sailing in, you come to like a bank of like gold tinged fog, and as you row into it, you guys are immediately just covered in like gold dust, and you just look like Goldfinger from like Austin Powers. Like you just covered
What
from
kind of
head to...
pancake?
Yeah, so you just head to toe gold. Everything is just suddenly covered in gold dust. It is itchy on your eyes and makes it kind of hard to breathe, but doesn't seem to have any mechanical impact that you can tell.
Warren's gonna get out a scrap piece of cloth, wrap it around his mouth, nose.
Fair
As
enough.
as Julian would say to Insight, I'm gonna say Arcana check.
Okay, sure. Give me that Arcana check.
Okay.
All right. Oof. You know that powerful entities, often become so powerful that they affect the world around them. Animals
Okay.
start talking, volcanoes start erupting, like things like that.
Okay.
You imagine that maybe the powers of this guy were undersold if he is so strong that his magic even permeates the air and seas around the island.
Okay. I will relay that.
You imagine that prolonged exposure to these environments would not be good for one's health.
Roughly how long do you think we have, Sibo? Hours or days?
That would be exactly how long. Do you think?
You would probably, at your guys' current level, be able to make it about 3 days before any real negative impact of this environment would start to take effect.
Oh, easy.
Yeah. All right. Corinna points out in the water that there are beautiful fish that seem to be made out of gold. Both sort of a brilliant white gold and dark, rich kind of yellow gold, and even some kind of tarnished sort of old gold with like mottled patterns. So they kind of swim about your ship. It's beautiful.
Maybe we won't die if he looks at us. Maybe we'll just become living gold like those fish.
Yeah. So as you say that, your ships are attacked. Your jolly boats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that answers my question.
What was your
I was
question?
gonna ask if I could look around for any signs of hostile stuff.
Yes. So Oren, give me a perception check. This will be this is good.
Based on the environment, he mostly be looking for ships run aground on like because obviously this place would be pretty desirable for pirates and things like that.
So you're looking off in the horizon, not directly below.
at the ship, yeah, he
Uh-huh.
wouldn't be looking at the water. He'd be looking at like the shoreline and
Okay,
seeing
okay.
like
So you do spot a place along the shoreline that looks like a secluded cove, one that your DM accidentally showed you too soon. And there is the wreckage of a ship there, and that ship does seem to be made of gold. So your attention is drawn there, and I suppose you draw everyone else's attention there, so they do not see this coming when the ships are suddenly attacked. Got it. All right, let's
Exactly.
see.
So it's Oren's fault, is what you're
Yes.
saying.
That's what
That
I'm
sounds
hearing.
good.
he's like,
Sounds
check
good.
out that boat over there.
All right. Well, let's see. I'm trying to figure out.
How far off is the boat that's sunk but gold?
Oh gosh. At least like 10 more minutes of rowing. Oren's keen eyes squinted against the glittering horizon and was able to kind of spot that discrepancy on the coastline. But so focused on that were you that you did not realize that something was rising up from the depths to cuddle your ships. So it's going to use this it's going to use this cuddle attack on you.
So it's a cuttlefish.
No, it's a goldfish. All right, so they're targeting one ship. I will let the first person who speaks decide. Do they attack your B team ship or do they attack your guys' ship?
Our ship.
Our ship.
Okay. So you are in a rowboat. So the whole DC is 20. All right. The vessel makes a saving throw. Using the most appropriate DC from the table below based on the ship's type. The vessel sinks when it has failed the listed number of saving throws. The proficiency bonus of the ship's captain can be added to the saving throw. Okay.
That's me, right?
That's you. All right. Jolly Boat does not have a great saving throw here. Okay.
The paladin is within 10 feet.
That's true. I think that only counts
is
for
an ally.
creatures, though.
It's an ally.
Is the rowboat your
Literally,
ally? Are
God
you
damn it,
sure?
Bubbles, awaken my boat.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
all right.
No, literally the boat's name is ally. I think that's what we named the boat.
Is that what you named the boat?
Mhm.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. So Andronicus, go ahead and give me a water vehicles, but you may also add your charisma modifier to it.
So a charisma water vehicle. So basically, like statistically, this will be the same as a persuasion check for me then.
Okay, go for it. Oof. Okay. So a 10 is definitely not a 20. So your ship explodes as this adorable creature comes out of the water and attacks.
Holy moly.
All right. So as you guys
Right.
sploosh down into the water, I'll roll everybody into initiative.
We are on top of the water.
Yes, because you have water walking.
Yes.
All right. And here we go.
Also, Crash, we can see its health bar, so
Oh, can you see how many hit points it has and stuff?
no.
You just
Oh,
see
okay.
a bar, it looks like.
Oh, okay.
The
That
thing that
was
gave us
the-
that ability.
Yeah, that was the boon. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but in this particular instance, you could see. Yeah, you should be able to see it, right? Their health bar.
Yeah, we were only supposed.
I mean, we
thought
could,
our
I
boon was the. I thought our boon was like the unharmed, harmed.
Oh.
Not actual health
Alright.
bars.
No,
Oh,
I
that's
think
fair.
I think the Strahd kids can't see the actual health bar. Maybe I don't know. I don't know anymore. All right. Too many games. So I need everybody else to roll into initiative. I'll grab some music here.
Don't be coy.
Oh damn. Okay. This might be a little intense for a goldfish. But
I mean, the goldfish did just fuck up our boat, so.
that's true.
I mean, fish usually aren't intense. They're usually in bowls, right? Like,
Nice. He's back, baby.
He's
He's
back.
back.
That time with his family, it's refreshed his dad.
yeah, got recharged.
Oh man! All right, another SIBO Junior on the way. Who knows? Who knows? The dad energy's that strong. That strong. All right, it looks like Goldfish has won the initiative. It's pretty happy about that. All right, this is a mundane creature, so it does not have any Paragon action economy. Okay.
Yala.
So it's going to use a multi-attack. The goldfish may bite once, attack with its tail, and ram a ship, but only if ram attack is available. All right, let's see. All right, ram attack is not available. Or it could use bubble beam. Bubble beam sounds pretty good.
Hold on. This is a goldfish, not a goddamn Gyarados.
Well, you know,
It's
a
not
little-
a useless fish.
yeah. All right, so I guess it will move here. And then out of its mouth, it'll breathe this. It is here. I'll just roll it. Oh, I have to put it down. All right. Anyways, it's 120 feet long and 10 feet wide,
Damn.
so it would hit all 5 of you. All right.
And is bubbled.
Okay, so I'll roll the damage afterwards. Don't know why the damage didn't get included, but that's fine. Maybe it's confused by the bubble status. All right. Let's see them saves. Okay. Oren, you get a boon. That's very nice. Why is
Damn,
this
boon
all the
that
way over here? There we go. So here's a boon.
He starts rapidly popping bubbles.
Nice. Maya, a 17 does not make it. Julian, that makes it, and you get a boon. Andronicos, a 21. Don't make me laugh. That's a fail. Sibo, a 7 was very close, but
Okay.
not close enough to succeed at a cost.
No, that's right. That's right.
All right.
Can
Oh.
I succeed at a cost? Am I close enough?
Let's see. With a 21, you may succeed at a cost. Here is your cost. It hurts. You
nice.
lose 1 hit die. No problem at level 11. That's a joke. Okay. So here is the damage. It's 3d8 cold, and 3d8 thunder. But worse than that, you're bubbled. So, go. 1, 2, 3. So here's the cold. Here is the thunder. Half damage if you made the save, unless you have some kind of evasion-based ability. And then you are bubbled. So I think I have a bubble macro somewhere around here. Let's
Just
see.
a blue dot.
Yeah, blue dot will work fine. All right. Cool. Oh shit!
What?
You got that too? Oh damn, buddy. All right. Nice. All right. So those of you who are bubbled, all right, we'll deal with that on your turn, I guess. And that is the creature's turn. Anyone may steal that took damage.
Question: do I still have doubt?
No, you've had plenty of
That's
time to
fine.
long rest. Yeah.
I will steal because I took damage in a bubble.
Okay.
You got it.
I say.
All right. So as your turn starts in a bubble, you start to levitate away.
I go. Oh shit! I'm in a bubble.
All right. So you go up 20 feet above the water as you float away in your bubble.
Okay, I'll just misty step back to this.
Oh, will you?
I
Does
will.
the bubble is gonna block line of sight, right? Same as a fucking glass window.
Let's see. Yeah, it does block line of effect. So something like Dimension Door or Actual Teleport would work. So when you attempt it, the spell would fail.
Okay, I lose the spell slot.
No, Jeremy Crawford does refund your
Aw.
spell slot. You just lose the action.
There is a nice Jeremy out there. Okay.
Yeah.
That was my. Do I lose a bonus though, right? Because it's the
Correct.
That's the bonus.
Yeah.
All right. Well, can I just shoot the bubble? I will attempt to shoot the bubble. Eldritch Blast.
Wait. I'm checking. It might not require a line of effect. Nope. It says the current and only answer discussed. It is not possible to target without line of effect. Okay. All right. So you're gonna attack the bubble itself. Got it. All right.
If the fish is behind the bubble, I'm okay with that as well.
All right. Let's see.
And he's 20 feet up in the air.
He is now 20 feet in the air. Yes. Okay, so as you fire this at the sphere of shimmering force that is enclosing you, you realize that nothing, not physical objects, energy, or other spell effects, can pass through the barrier, in or out. So your Eldritch Blast begins bouncing around the interior of the bubble.
I also do a second one just out of habit of.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
All right. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Yes. Okay.
I need 2 of them since you fired off 2 bolts.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, now, I feel like Sibo is very against waste, right? Is
But
he
you fired a third
able
one.
to stop himself from doing all 3?
But he makes a good point. He's kind of conditioned to double tap at this point, so I
Yeah.
feel like he might have.
All right, so Sibo, you do blast yourself with the second Eldritch Blast for 6 points of radiant damage as it ricochets inside the bubble with you.
All right.
You fired. What direction did you fire in?
Towards the fishy fish.
All right, then you actually the impact of it hitting the walls is gonna float you back 20 feet.
Calculated. That's
All right.
exactly what I was
Big brain play.
doing.
Okay.
Movement too.
All right. Why is it? All right. It still says Ignore that. Ignore that. I'm not concentrating on anything. Okay. Who wants it?
I'll take it.
Oh, pass it to Andronicus.
All right, fair enough.
Andronicus looks down at his coral sword. He looks at the text. It says it deals extra damage to giant creatures.
Mm-hmm.
And then he looks at this, and he says, "This is pretty big compared to a regular goldfish."
Yeah.
And then he runs up to try to hit it.
Okay, sounds good.
Fortunately, this one's a colossal.
Also, it's paused.
Oh, my bad. Boop.
I lost my action bar. I don't know where it is at the moment.
Oh yeah, there were updates, so it might have reset the position of things.
Okay, I'll just swing for
Yeah.
my curiosity for the moment.
Ooh, I wonder if it got toggled off altogether because of the updates. I'll have to fix it after this fight then. I think I know where it might be. Alright, so 27 is a solid hit, and does strike the creature.
Excellent.
Alright. Does it deal this necrotic and radiant damage too?
It does not deal the necrotic unless you're
Okay.
counting it as giant. It does deal the radiant. Because
Alright,
the
fair
radiant
enough.
is from paladin level up ability thing.
Alright. Got it. The 14 does not hit.
All right. See, I don't really think I have any bonus action I particularly want to waste on a giant fish. Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay. Who would you like to pass to?
I will pass to Orin.
Alright,
Alright.
Orin, you're up.
Okay. This looks like Sibo and Maya are floating away in bubbles.
About
Yes.
to float away. Yes.
It looked like, from above, Sibo shot magic and didn't work, so Orin will try to attack the bubble that Maya's in.
Okay.
Do 1 strike.
Okay.
He'll do force damage.
Oh, you're doing force damage. Okay. As you strike it and do force damage, you send Maya careening away.
Something that would have popped it. I can run to the other side of her. Provoke an opportunity attack.
Yes, you do. All right, so the creature is going to try and bite you as you go away from it. It gets a 21. It rolled a 2, so that's pretty low roll. It's going to be 21 piercing and 16 poison, and I need a strength saving throw, or you are grappled and restrained.
Use my reaction to parry it.
Ooh, okay. So that will raise your armor class enough that the 21 will not hit.
Yep.
All right.
All right, we'll get to the other side of Maya, and we'll can I use an attack just to like stop her from moving, like just like, or would it be a grapple, I guess? But I'm not trying. I'm just trying to stop it, and stop it from careening off into over the coast.
You could, yeah, you're trying to interpose your body.
Yeah.
Then you would want to stand here, so she would bounce off of you.
All right.
Okay.
I try to catch her.
Can we ping pong Maya? And if we run her into the fish, will it deal damage?
Okay. This is a very large bubble. It's large enough to hold a large creature. So you're just kind of, you'd have to have your hands free to even have a chance of like grappling this bubble.
I mean, I was just to like, can I like interpose my shield and just stop it from careening off into the wild here?
Okay. So yeah, so you would bounce her off your shield, and she would head back that way.
Yeah, well, that's an improvement. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and then perfect. Okay. I guess we'll go ahead and says form up, get close, and he'll throw out his shield wall, and I think that's all he's got for his turn.
Okay.
Pass it to Maya.
All right, Maya, you start floating 20 feet up.
All right. Okay, let me see here. All right. Seeing Sibo. I'm not trained in Arcana, so I'm not going to do that, I guess. I mean, this is a... I don't know. Okay, I'll try this anyways. This is a creature. I'm gonna see. Okay, I'm trapped in this bubble. I saw Sibo cast magic, and it bounced off the bubble. Can I do some type of a knowledge check to see if I can understand what's going on with this bubble?
Yeah, I would say that despite the nature of this creature, this bubble would probably fall under Arcana.
Okay. Would this be an action? This would be an action to do it, right?
It would be a bonus action. Are you trained in Arcana?
I'm not.
Ah, okay. I guess, do we allow recall knowledge even if you're not trained? Let's see. I think so.
I think it's in the world patch doc if you're
Yeah.
trying to do like one of the additional things that you have to be trained in it to do it.
Okay. Let's see.
But it has
Been a
been a little
while.
while since I read it. Yeah.
No, just go for it, Dom. I mean, I don't know if
Alright.
it's gonna. Yeah, I don't know without proficiency how it's gonna help, but you could try.
Yeah, we'll see.
So bonus action, you try an Arcana check. You have no idea what's going on, but this is definitely a magical bubble.
All right. So, if she feels that it's a magical bubble, what she's going to use her action for is to cast the spell magic on it.
All right.
See if that
What
works.
level are you casting Dispel Magic at?
Let me check. Hold on. What are my threes? Yeah, I'll cast it at level 3.
All right, then I need you to make a caster check.
Yeah, consume the spell slot, and then wisdom check.
Oh yeah. Okay. You feel that it was a 4th level spell effect.
Okay.
All right, so you get a boon. There you go.
All right.
Elusive. Nice.
You can take the dodge action. This does not use your reaction if you have already dodged. All right.
Then
so,
you
yeah,
would fall 20 feet to the ocean below.
All right. She
All
looks
right.
at Julian.
You can dismiss it on yourself, right? Is a free action.
So you would take
I'm just
6
kidding.
points of falling damage and then fall prone on top of the ocean.
Yep. All right.
Wait, was that a look of please cast feather fall?
I mean, you could-
It's too late now.
All right. We already
you
passed.
can-
We already passed go. We already collected $200. Let's keep going.
Alright,
You can
6
take
damage.
the effect of water walk off of yourself at will, right?
Yeah, but I'm not going to be able to swim in gold water with no athletics check.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Athletics training. We're not all
Yeah, but you can
Titans.
breathe underwater. We have water breathing. You can just sink down to the bottom and walk to shore. Right to the
Zombie
Caribbean
style.
style.
Not with this giant fish here.
I mean,
Alright,
this is a non-legendary, non-paragon monster for this region. So, I mean, that's what you
Mhm.
want to do. I respect it.
Mm-hmm,
So,
mm-hmm.
all right.
Prone. Oh, prone's a thing.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I'm not. I'll use the rest of my turn to stand up.
Okay.
Maybe the rest of my half my movement to stand up. And then I'm gonna use my movement to run 15 feet.
Okay. The creature has used its reaction already, so you should be okay.
All right, I'm gonna get closer to the boat.
Okay.
Right, and then I'll use my action. Oh no, I'll use my action. Bonus action. I'll mark
As
it.
you approach the boat, Kyra starts waving her hands at you. She says, "This is the B-team boat. What are you doing? You touched this boat. This boat's a target."
Yeah, I'm not touching you. I'm just standing right here. And then I'll go ahead and, as a bonus action, mark it.
Bend over and accidentally hit the boat.
Okay.
Hold on, where's that?
You used your bonus action to do a recall knowledge.
Oh, I did. Okay, so then I'm out. That's it. So fall prone, stand up, move over, and I'll pass to Julian.
All right, Julian, you're up.
All right. I will action activate my winged boots.
Okay.
The Air Julian's final form, and I'll fly straight up 30 feet in the air. And then, can I use my bonus action to determine whether or not the creature is actually made of gold?
Yeah, that would be a recall knowledge. I would say that you could use animal handling, or if you have some crafting based knowledge skill, you could probably use that. Or a knowledge nature would probably cover that pretty well.
Well, I mean, could I argue knowledge arcana since it's sort of this environment?
Yeah, you could do an arcana check, sure.
Okay.
All right, man, just fucking boons like crazy tonight. Oh my god. All right, so you become elusive as well. So you determine that this creature is likely a result of the magical aura around this island, and that it was probably a very powerful Leviathan in its own right, but now it has taken on some tremendous magical properties. But it is not, in fact, made of gold or living gold. It's just gold colored.
Okay. This is
though
important.
it does seem to no longer be a natural beast. It is a monstrosity because of its magical abilities.
Okay. No, this is good. This means I won't waste spell slots trying something fishy. So, in that case, that's action, bonus action, movement. I will then pass play to. I guess I'm controlling initiative. I'll pass to Andronicos.
Oh, okay. Andronicos, to you.
Okay. Yeah. Fucking patron of the arts, Scotric.
He
Switch my
sees this
deity.
truly terrifying creature and he knows he's gonna need it.
Sorry, Versi, I'm switching to Scotcher.
Oh
She
shit!
doesn't care anymore.
Yeah, I know.
We don't know that.
I will cast instant replay on myself as a bonus
Okay.
action. I don't know how this new spell thing works. We're gonna try it. Okay, good. It casts his first level, and then I will swing at him twice.
Oh, okay. Ooh, all right.
We're gonna instant replay that one.
Oh, you're gonna instant replay it. Okay,
Look at that
okay.
foresight.
Never mind. All right. Yep.
Nice.
24 is enough.
And a 19.
19 is not.
God damn. Yeah, we'll just take the one.
Okay. Alrighty. Anything else from Andronikos?
I guess I've got movement technically, so I'm
Sure.
gonna run 30 feet around to this side.
Okay. Oh, let me see last turn if it's Cuddle and it's Bubble Beam recharged. Ooh, Cuddle recharged. Bubble Beam did not. Alright. Oh, it's eyeballing that boat. Maya's pretty close to it. I'm pretty close
I
to that
want
boat.
to say that I want to say that I ran first and then attacked, just so that
Okay.
this way a little more.
Yeah, sure.
And then I will. I mean, I'll go to pass to like Orin or something, but it'll steal.
Yeah, it's gonna steal. Alright. Alright. Well, you are a tasty fish, man, for sure. And you are trying to draw its attention to you. It is eyeballing that boat. It's got it really likes capsizing boats. But you'd have to swim all the way to shore, or at least walk all the way to shore on the ocean, which would be pretty dangerous. Oh man. Why do you guys take a boat if you could just walk, I guess, is the question.
It's a long walk.
I think it's just
Save
a
our
faster,
legs.
right?
Oh, saves
Because
your
of
legs? Yeah. Oh, because of stuff like this? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna do an odd, I'm gonna roll a D3, see what it does. So on a 1, it'll try to sink the boat. On a 2, it'll go after Andronikos. On a 3, it'll do this other thing.
Yeah.
Alright, so Andronikos, it is going to do a backflip. And during that backflip, it is going to try and tail slap you.
Fucking dope.
Alright.
Yeah, 36. That's.
All right.
good.
So instead of knocking you 20 feet away, it's going to knock you 20 feet up in the air. And then it's going to try and
Like,
grab you.
combo attack me?
Yeah, it's going to try to grab you in its mouth.
Oh,
Because you're knocked prone from this, you're floundering in the air as it tries to nomp you up with a bite. At advantage. Oh. Okay.
He crits on an 18?
Yes, it does.
Damn!
This is just a regular monster in this region. So,
But
Not-
it says
not
it
a
crits
paragon
on
or
a
a
19 or a 20.
oh, what does it
It
say
says
that?
in the attack.
Oh, why is it set to 18 then? Let me see what happened.
Updates.
Oh shit. Okay. You right. All right. So just take the first 2 numbers: 26 piercing and 11 poison. All right. I will try to see what's going on with that attack. Yeah. No, it fucking says 19 right here on the sheet.
Wait,
I swear to God-
it says
swear to God, I'm not
19,
cheating
It says
you.
19 in the thing, but it just did a.
Yeah.
No, we want
All
this
right.
crit, goddammit.
Damn. All right. Well, anyways, good eyes. Give me a strength saving throw.
Well, I should be good at that part at least, hopefully.
Okay. So now
Good
it has you in its mouth. And you anticipate, based on your experience with monsters that your DM has sent against you, that on its next turn, it is going to swallow you.
Nice thinking, Andronikos.
I look over at Orin and I'm like,
He's
thumbs
good-
up.
Yeah, he gives you a thumbs up. He nods sagely.
Also, the joke's on you, because its multi-attack says it can use its Cuddle if it's available as part of its multi-attack. So it's gonna run up and try to ram the ship. So, is anyone on the ship? Moxena, she's a ship captain. Alright,
Also, Andronikos is in his mouth, so he's probably close enough to the ship.
Yeah.
it's cuddling with, like, its side, you know what I'm saying? It's just rubbing against the boat. Dom, Moxena is your vassal. Please give me a d20.
All right. Nine.
Okay, so that boat explodes.
Not allied too.
Alright, and they all have water walk on them too, right?
Yes.
Okay, so they just plop onto the ocean.
Except for
Alright.
Georgos, I'm kidding.
We have to also get new.
Giorgos says, "Don't worry, Orin, we're here." And he reaches for his B team token. He's going to shatter it so that he can join you in battle. But the universe says, "Don't do that, sweet boy." And another goldfish arrives for the B team to fight. So they rush over and fight that one. Never mind, Orin. I'm going to fight this one.
Doing great.
Okay. All right. So they're off doing that. The people always wonder, what does the B team do? Now you know. Now you know.
They flounder.
And maybe we'll run some extra life adventures featuring B team parties so that we can finally see a day in the life. You know what I'm saying? Day in the life of these motherfuckers. All right.
Roleplay as BT players.
That'd be amazing.
Mhm.
Some of the campaign B teams would make for some. Anyways. All right. Its turn is over. I will roll to see if it gets cuddled back. I will roll to see if it gets bubble beam back. It does not. All right. Then you guys are good to go. It's gonna pass to Sibo. Sibo. Because of the momentum you created with your attacks, you float another 20 feet this way and then another 20 feet up. All right.
All right. Can I then take a moment to
I think.
figure out how I can get out of this with a Arcana check?
Yeah, sure. Give me an Arcana check. Ooh, that's a pretty good Arcana check. This spell reminds you of a spell that you read about called Otylic's Resilient Sphere.
Okay.
Which, if you are not, immediately like, oh, I know what that is, I will tell you.
Okay.
It is a fourth
It's
circle
the
of
bouncy
magic
ball
spell.
one from the
Yeah, it's
D&D
a
movie.
fourth circle of magic spell. A sphere of shimmering force encloses a creature object of larger, smaller size. An unwilling creature, which you were, gets the dex save, which you did. On a failed save, they are enclosed for the duration. The duration is a whole minute. Let's see. Nothing, not physical objects, energy, or other spell effects can pass through the barrier in or out, though a creature in the sphere can still breathe. The sphere is immune to all damage, but there's a little asterisk there. And a creature or object inside can't be damaged by attacks or effects originating from outside. The sphere is weightless, just large enough, blah, blah, blah. You can push against it to roll it if you want. It can be destroyed with a disintegrate spell. You think that the additional properties of the levitate and the unusual origin of it coming from a giant goldfish, there might be some other way to get rid of it, besides a dispel magic or a disintegrate spell. But you don't know exactly what that would be.
All right. And that's my bonus action?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to... All right, we're going to take some damage here. I'm going to shoot the Eldritch Blast again to move myself back toward...
Hardcore. Okay.
Just towards this direction, so I want to move that way.
All right.
And again, I just... I'm still not used to it, but I'm gonna shoot 2 just out of habit. So I don't miss this.
All right. So you're trying to move closer to the creature.
Just back towards the water and then towards the team, so I'm not...
And are you aiming up so that you kind of shoot yourself back down a bit, or
Yes,
do you just want to go a straight line?
Yeah, back down a bit as well.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and give me 2 dexterity saving throws. All right. You take 6 radiant and 13 radiant as they just bounce. They bounce endlessly inside like green green turtle shells. Yep. But you are now 20 feet back down. There you go. All right.
The sphere is doing damage, guys. No, that's it. Let's go Maya.
Okay. Play passes to Maya.
All right. So no longer dodging. Let me see here. Need to get Sibo out of there. Also, Antonicus is pretty hurt too.
I have an idea. Don't worry about me.
Okay. All right. In that case, we'll go ahead and.
Oh, there was my air bubble. Oh, did that just kill Foundry? Oh shit.
Yeah, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, we're good.
All right.
Let me see here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and we'll try attacking the Okay, no, it has its reaction back now. What spell is this? All right. I'm gonna try and polymorph it for see if I can polymorph it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pick something that's large enough to hold, so that Andronicus doesn't get like. Andronicus is just being held in his mouth. He's not like.
He's
we'll
loaded. He's loaded into the mouth. He's in a swallow me position.
Has Andronicus gone? Andronicus is gone already, right?
You guys are veterans to this style of fighting by now.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna ready a polymorph, and I'm gonna pass to Oren and see if he
That
can
would
get,
be your concentration. That would be your concentration.
I'm not concentrating on anything right now, so.
All right.
So I'll concentrate on. So now okay. Couple things. I'll do this in order. First,
Okay.
I'll mark him
Sure.
with this, and then I'll ready a polymorph.
Wow, that is very optimistic. All right. He is marked as the sacrificial offering.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna ready a polymorph.
Yeah, and I'm gonna pass that to Oren.
All right, Oren.
So I'm gonna try to get Andronicus out.
For now.
All right, Oren will run up on the water, hopping over waves, sliding into next to Maya, and we'll take a couple stabs at the mouth of this goldfish.
Okay.
At 22, we'll do let's see. Yeah, we'll just stick with force damage.
Okay, so you're stabbing just at the creature's mouth, trying to get rather than just kind of grabbing Andronicus and trying to pull him out. Or...
Mechanically, I'm just trying to do damage because I figure it's one
All
of the you just gotta deal damage to it to get it to spit up. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll do 22 for 15. Summon the force.
All right.
Full.
It takes full damage from force.
Nice. All right, stab number 2.
Oh, I'm sorry. You only got a 22 on that first attack. That's not gonna hit. That's not gonna hit.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
What? But you wait. Andronicus, would you be willing to get a flank bonus from the mouth?
Yes.
Okay, then it's 24 just hits. All right.
Okay.
All right. So a 16 does not hit then.
All right. Third stab. 25.
All right. Yeah. 25, 27 with the flank. Definitely hits.
All right. Keep doing force. So that'll be 19 on that last hit. And then as a bonus action. Okay. Yeah, we'll glare at this goldfish. We'll mean mug it. Try to impose and glare. It's gonna make a charisma save or be frightened.
So normally the damage you deal to cause somebody to barf is if the
It's already
creature
eaten.
inside deals damage to it. So he's definitely just clamping down even harder on Andronicus in response to your the pain you're inflicting on him.
All right, fair enough.
All right, so you're gonna impose and glare on him.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He's
Okay.
He's looking very disappointed at this goldfish and one of its big
All right.
bulbous eyes.
All right, so you give it a Luigi mean mug. It stares back at you. It's gonna make its charisma saving throw.
Aha, it's frightened.
All right, it is terrified of you.
Warren just shakes their head in disgust.
All right, your proficiency bonus is +4, yeah, at this point.
Yep, I think.
All right,
Yeah.
so he has fear 4 on it. Okay.
All right, and then Warren will pass to Julian.
All right, Julian, to you.
All right. I know Maya's preparing something, but she hasn't called out that she's preparing anything in particular. So I don't know what she's got up her sleeves, so I don't know whether or not this makes sense. Last. Because if I attack it, it's going to steal, and it's probably going to swallow Andronicus, so...
Do what you're gonna do. It's okay.
I'm going to mind sliver the creature.
All right. The creature is a goldfish. So it has a -8 to its intelligence saving throws.
Hold on, we're level 11. I should be rolling 3d6.
Oh, okay. Well,
Make sure it's set up to scale.
all right. So let's see. See if it makes that saving throw a -8. What? All right. So it takes 10 points of psychic damage.
I'll have to take a look at the spell.
All right. It's probably confused because Mindsliver mentions another die. That might be part of it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can just manually adjust it.
Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I think early on we were told not to put it on scaling because the scaling didn't work anyway.
Oh, because Mindsliver, yeah, because it gets confused by the extra die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
All right, and so it's -2 on its dex saving throw.
Damn. Plus the -4 from the fear. So yeah. All right. It is going to steal into the next round. You got anything else up your sleeve?
Yes. Since it. Oh no. That's really bad. That won't work. It's too dumb. I was gonna say I'll just hideous laughter it, but it's too dumb for that.
I'm gonna steal.
Oh, okay. It has
Okay,
been
see, let's do
it's
this.
been damaged, but you're going to spend a DM inspiration to steal.
Correct.
All right. All right. So at the beginning of your turn, you're going to start levitating again. Your momentum is carrying you back towards the water,
Okay.
but then you would levitate back up. So I'd say you'd only go about 10 feet instead of the full 20.
Okay.
I'm not like a physicist or anything, but that's what I'm going to just pretend. All right.
Yeah, that works. So I am
All
closer
right.
to the water, or
You are 30
no,
feet
30
above the
feet.
water.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So
So you did like a down and then back up a little.
yeah, bubble.
speed,
Yeah,
little
because
speed,
it's always levitating. Okay, that makes
Right.
sense. That makes sense.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna do something. I've been working on
Okay.
a spell. I've been trying the spell.
Mhm.
I already have no idea if this will work, and I know that Sivo has no idea if this will work.
Okay.
I take something out of my pocket.
Okay.
Put it in my mouth, and then I banish myself.
Okay. You're gonna banish yourself.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's a good
right,
idea because the
yeah,
bubble will
yeah.
keep going without you. All right.
That's my plan. That's my plan.
Okay.
I will immediately.
Immediately.
Well, I mean, like the next round.
Oh, okay. I'd say
um,
you're probably smart enough to give the bubble a chance to keep moving
Yeah,
without
yeah.
you. Yeah.
But my goal is to not even go like 6 seconds and then immediately come back. So it's
Okay.
gonna be
All right. So you
and
want to
since
come back
I'm-
right before your next turn would start.
correct.
All right.
Yeah, assuming that the bubble has moved on. And also, I think I get 6 seconds in Noriande. Is that how this works?
It banishes you to your home plane. So yeah, I guess you go home.
You just concentrate on it the whole time. You
Region
can
where
just
they practice
stay in
cannibalism.
Noriande.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to roll a will save on this.
Oh, all right. So real quick. The whole scene changes. Blood is raining from the skies.
Yeah.
I don't think Noriande is that bad. Sulfuric rain from
Yeah,
magical
yeah.
pollution is raining down on this soot-stained cathedral. The local duke of tremendous evil is there, and he's getting ready to marry his half-succubus bride. The church is filled with all manner of grimdark, evil NPCs. And the dark bishop, his face, a mutilation of self defacement in the name of some elder and evil god that still holds sway over the land, says, and now before I pronounce you man and wife, is there any who would dare speak out against this union? And then you appear right in the middle of the fucking church.
Home sweet home. Alright, I'll pass the Maya.
Okay.
Wait,
Maya.
okay, you passing to me? Oh no.
Alright.
Okay.
I mean, was there somebody else that wanted it?
Andronicos?
Yeah, Andronicus.
I'll go.
All right, Androgos.
All right, I want to try to push my way out.
Okay. You just need to do an athletics against the DC 22. Nothing for Captain Fish. You are restrained. I don't know if that would cause a penalty to that or not. I don't think it does. Let's see. can never remember anything about the rules.
No,
I'm the worst.
This main doesn't for a check. No.
Okay. All right.
Hit me with that complication.
Oh, you're gonna succeed at the cost? You sure you
Yep.
don't just want to be swallowed by a giant goldfish? All right, fine.
I mean, I
Alright.
would if there wasn't.
It
some
hurts
other
bad.
thing.
Lose 2 more hit dice.
Oh no!
All right, so you are free. You're kind of up on its body a bit, but you can stay there. You can slide down. It's totally up to you.
I will slide down.
Okay.
And then I will bonus action sanctuary myself.
Okay.
And then I will pass to Maya.
Right before he
Alright.
passes me, I'll release the spell that was ready.
Okay.
Since he's free. Where is it?
I'm gonna tell you that there's no way it can make the saving throw, but I'll roll anyways. What are you polymorphing it into, by the way?
I mean, she's always been polymorphing things into turtles, so I guess I'll continue that trend.
Oh, okay.
Why wouldn't you turn it into like a cow or something?
So you don't
Well,
want
the cow will drown. I don't know. All right.
Yeah.
You turned into a turtle.
Turtle cow.
It looks around, and it's still as ornery and mean as before.
Will be fair,
Okay.
polymorph. Okay, yeah, never mind.
All right.
All right. Then my turn comes around.
Kyra says, "Are we getting out of here? Or or just is this like you guys in the desert all over again?"
What happened in the desert?
I don't know about that. I just needed to get to try and save Sibo, but
Well,
then
there's
she turns around
no
and sees
boat,
Sibo.
Maya.
Turns around and sees there's no boat and also no Sibo.
Well, that's great. We lost Sibo.
All right.
Just a bubble floating away.
Yeah. She'll run over to here, and then bonus action cure wounds. Actually, no, just 2 spells. Never mind. All right. Well, she'll get ready to heal. No, that was my reaction. So as my action for this turn, I'll go over and bonus action cure wounds. Andronicos.
So Sibo, do you know what's really hilarious about what you're doing? And I don't think anyone's gonna realize this. Like, so if you were playing the raw lost one, you literally could just at any point just send yourself home.
Yeah. I realized that afterwards. Like, oh, I can just do it to my dad and then do it to myself.
A little bit, but it does those. Oh my god.
I guess it doesn't necessarily
dumb.
it returns you to your home plane, but not necessarily where you want to go on that plane.
Yeah. I mean, you're about to get arrested and thrown in the dungeons of this dark lord of evils, for interrupting his wedding. But it's fine.
Yeah, easy, whatever.
You still made it home. You still achieved your epic path. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Wow, he beat all of us.
Yeah. Well, I guess when you get back, I'll give you your reward.
All right, deal.
Did it go through?
What went through? What was the?
I'm
says
trying
you-
to cast it.
I'm
Yeah,
just
no
seeing.
spell came
Yeah,
through.
I see it. No, I see polymorph in chat.
Well, not polymorph. The healing word.
Oh, I don't
No
see the
healing
polymorph.
came
No, I don't see that either.
Okay. All right. Not healing word. Cure wounds. Okay, I'll just use a normal one then.
Cure wounds.
Okay.
Maybe this one will pop up. Okay, that one popped up. But I'll just take the resources off of it. So yeah, level 1, and then I'll dump what you call it? 1, 2,
Mistletoe?
yeah, 2 mistletoes into there. So
Ooh,
6 and
big
extra
heals.
11 on top of that. All right.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So a 10-minute row, I would say with all your peeps would probably be like a 15-minute run across choppy water, which would definitely be a fucking glutes exercise if ever there was one, running on top of the ocean. Which is probably the real reason you use a boat, because it'd be pretty exhausting. But you definitely could try to run to shore. But yeah, it'd be at least 15 minutes to get to shore of running across ocean.
I mean, we don't
And
even be. This thing's gonna be
it's similar
polymorph for a minute.
No, polymorph less than an hour, dude. 5th
Oh, it's an
edition's
hour?
broken as fuck. Yeah,
Oh yeah, I was looking at the.
Nah, it's dumb. Yeah.
Andronicus will drop water walk on himself and just swim.
Okay. Is that the
Yeah.
intention? Is you guys just planning to leave?
You want to
this
get out
tur-
of here?
I mean, yeah.
The turtle is slow, even in the water, because D&D. So you guys would be able to outrun it.
All right, I go ahead and break concentration and send my
Okay,
spell.
you pop it. Yeah, everybody's just like, seize him!
Oh, fuck
and
this place.
Weep. Okay. All right. Well, in that case, Yorgos, piloted by Telemachus, with Corinna riding on top like a fucking turret cannon, just raining arrows down on the goldfish. Moxetta says, "We're leaving," and she just turns it to fucking stone. And then she runs after you guys. All right. So you guys jog to the beach.
And by the time we get there, like Kyra's been there for like the entire time, and she's got like a lawn chair, an umbrella, and a pina colada set up. Like, where have you guys been? I've been waiting.
She had her own beach episode. It was fantastic. All right, I'll get you guys to the shore. Getting back to the Ultros, that's somebody else's problem. Well, that's future use problem. All right. So now we head over to the Golden Shores.
It's one of the
So
rare cases
would it
where you pull
also
up.
be 15 minutes of flying?
Yeah, if you fly, it'd be 15 minutes of flying for sure.
Okay.
It's one of the rare
Well,
cases
oh
where
no,
you
for,
pull over
for,
something
for
and,
flying, you'd get there much faster. It'd be like 5 minutes of flying.
Yeah, you and I
Okay.
would both, because you fly at 60 feet, right?
30. Because my flight speed's equivalent to my regular movement speed.
Okay,
Yeah, but
I
you
swim.
wouldn't be slowed down by. I mean, in combat, because difficult terrain for an entire combat's lame. I don't say the ocean's difficult terrain to walk on top of it, but to make it all the way to shore with the waves and everything else, definitely difficult terrain to walk on the fucking ocean. So we'll get you guys in there.
Yeah, I swim at twice the speed that I walk, so I'll probably get there at about the same time Julian does then.
Okay.
But I have to ask because I have to track this stuff for.
How optimistic of
the
me to put your
resource.
boats here.
Yeah.
All right.
So if I look at the gold ship, is it
Mhm.
like floating? Like, are there parts of the gold ship that are floating?
Gosh, I'm so glad you asked. So the ship. Let's see. Where is it? Several shipwrecks can be found along the gold-flaked shore, but you are confident that this is the largest one. You see written in the Thylean script the name the Croesus or the Croesus. I'll put it in the chat. History nerds immediately know that this was the fabled and famed treasure gathering ship of the Dragonlord privateer Midas. The entire ship seems to be either gold or in the process of turning to gold. Though anyone trained in nature that examines it, you see that most of the gold that is on the ship and that the ship is turning into seems to actually be pyrite or fool's gold. However, Andronicos, looking at the ship, you see that there are still some pretty badass salvageable parts on the ship that you might be able to take for the Ultros.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Giving it a look over, you think that you could take the remaining ores and use them as a prototype to create golden ore plating. This would reduce the travel time of the Ultros by 1 day each time it travels somewhere, because it is cutting through the water with golden precision.
Sweet.
And it would grant advantage on any sailing checks getting through storms and strong waves. you could replicate the golden leaf that adorns the ship by essentially harvesting the remaining gold on the ship and applying those principles to the Ultros. This would create a magical effect called Blinding Light. At the command of one who has sworn an oath to the Ultros, the golden plating adorning the sides of the ship will begin to glow with immense brightness. All hostile creatures within 100 feet of the Ultros have to make DC 15 Constitution saves or be blinded for 1 minute. Lingering. This can be used once per encounter. Literally, like, just says once per encounter. I kind of love that. And then, Julian, you see something that you have been tinkering with and drawing up schematics for, studying. It is an arcane cannon made of solid gold.
Perfect.
So how big is this arcane cannon? Is this like howitzer size? Or are these like
Oh,
mini?
arcane cannon is a legitimate raw 5e item. This large
Oh.
cannon is imbued with magic and requires no ammunition and doesn't need to be loaded. It takes 1 action to aim the cannon and 1 action to fire it. After it is fired, it must recharge for 5 minutes before it can fire again. So it's not that cool. But it can do. This is such a fancy one that it can do any of the following shots. It could shoot a acid jet, which is 300-foot line of acid, 5 feet wide. Doesn't do a tremendous amount of damage, but it's still pretty cool. Do a fire jet, which does a little bit more damage, 300-foot long jet of fire. Could do a frost shot, which is 1,200 feet range, and it detonates a 30-foot radius sphere centered on the point of impact, doing some cold damage and reducing the speed of creatures that are hit by it. Lightning shot, 1,200-foot range. And then creatures or vehicles with a lot of metal would have disadvantage on the save against it. And then poison spray. Of course, poison, like the monk, has to get the short end of the stick. It expels poison gas in a 60-foot cone. Any creatures in that cone would take poison damage and be poisoned. And I believe it is a lingering poison effect. So yeah. This one is so fancy though that no, sorry. This one can replicate these effects. It can be used 3 times per day. After the 3rd use, it requires a long rest to recharge. So rather than having a 5-minute cooldown, you could just spam it 3 times in a day, but then the cannon is just like overheated, needs to rest. And this is, by your estimation, this is in good enough shape that you could get it working within a day.
Get into the Ultros.
Yeah.
Or
So that's
Stormbreaker.
So good stuff. Good stuff.
If we survive this encounter, yes.
That was a very strange creature. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before.
The magic of the island has warped it. The influence from this Midas.
Anybody seen Sibo?
Yeah, Sibo's back. Sibo was back
There he is.
before.
Oh, there he is, yeah.
Yeah. Let me unbanish him. Boop.
He's there on Yorgos' shoulder.
Boop.
Looking around at the island, is there anything evident of like a path or any indication of where to start looking? Or is there like any mountainous areas of the island?
Oh, there was a map of the island. I probably should have shown you the map of the island. It's a very small island. And by now, it's mostly just kind of like desert. But allegedly, he lives at the very center of the island.
Well, that makes things more straightforward.
Yeah, I guess I'll take a look around at like the what vegetation is left and kind of take a look at it and see if does it look like they are like covered in that baked gold like the ship is, or do they look like they have been turned slowly into gold?
Hmm. Good question. Good question. Go give me a knowledge nature.
Nature.
All right. It is hard to tell with that nature check, but you think that some of the trees might still be alive. They're simply just coated in this this pyrite dust.
Okay.
Some of the trees definitely are just solid gold trees.
Okay. I'm not sure if I'm guessing the effect of this is just a guess. I'm not 100% sure, but maybe the effect of this of Midas's like presence here puts this fake gold dust around stuff, but then there's some things that have actually been petrified by him. Well, it's a lot of you, Andronic. Oh,
He's
above
down
the board,
down. I
AFK.
think he's just thinking about the swim back. He's probably tired.
Yeah, maybe we can use some of the wreckage of that ship to make at least easier raft to get back. But I don't know. We're gonna run into that creature again.
I mean, I can get us back.
Oh, that's true.
Can you get all of us,
Mhm.
including B team?
Oh, the B team has this token that prevents them from being harmed by anything if they're not
No.
active. So I think we're.
I can try and if we're still somewhat rested after our encounter here, maybe I'll be able to fly back with on draconic spirit.
Yeah.
We also have the. Let me see here. Maybe the ship can come in a little bit closer too.
Yes, but do we have a means of signaling it? Anyway, I think we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves. So we're here. Any thoughts on how we surprise Midas?
Well, hopefully we can surprise him. If this place is, I don't know how this is, but if he has this much of effect on the environment here, I don't know if he can feel us coming or not. But if he can't, then from what we understand, he's supposed to be living in the middle.
We're taking a short rest while we're discussing this.
If you'd like, you can take a short rest.
Is anyone against that?
I'm not against it, no. I guess like while we were looking at anybody who needs to take a short rest, we could do that while we were looking at the ship.
Unfortunately, we just don't know enough about Midas. Because I feel like if we can surprise him, get a sack over his head, that might go a long way to limiting his golden powers to affecting any of us.
Let me know when you guys are done with your short rest. I'm gonna try toggling these modules to get token HUD working again. Or sorry, token action HUD.
So for token action HUD, what had happened is there's the one specifically made for D&D 5e and a library for the one that's so it's 2 mods now.
Yeah, I have it. I have classic and D&D 5e both installed.
So you don't want classic. You want
Okay.
D&D 5e and library,
All right. So
or just classic by itself.
Are you sure?
That's the way you have to have it set up. But if you have
Alright.
both installed, they're not going to work.
Okay. I think they both got toggled on.
So you just, if you want, for right now, you can just turn off the D&D 5e one and keep classic, and it should work.
Oh, here we go. Library token action HUD core got turned off.
Okay, yeah, turn that on. Yeah.
All right, and then classic, everything just got turned on. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah, can't turn off classic. Yeah.
All right.
Can't keep 5e.
So it's gonna be, I'm just gonna reboot everybody, but
Mhm.
it should turn token HUD back on. It's tricky because with the Pathfinder servers, you get some overlap in the mods. You know what I mean?
So for on Pathfinder, it's the same way this is set up, but using the Pathfinder one instead of the D&D 5e one. So you do the core library and then the Pathfinder one.
Yeah.
Pretty much what he did, because a lot of people have been asking to have this in a bunch of other different systems, so he had to split his thing into one that's a library that everybody can use, and then each individual one for every system. So waiting for him to make one for Cyberpunk. He's asking for help for it.
Yeah, these guys do all this for free.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
It's certainly a lot of altruism. Anyways, while we're doing this, we got theater to mind it because it's thinking real hard about restarting it. I was hesitant to do it because there was some struggles logging in, but like I know that some people really rely on Token HUD as part of their play experience, so I was hoping to turn it back on, but now it seems like we're just kind of grinding at the load. So
I mean, if you want to take a 5-minute break or something like
yeah,
that.
it probably wouldn't be a bad idea for everybody if you need a drink or whatever.
We had 2 people AFK already, so.
Yeah, okay. All right, so we'll do 5-minute break while everybody's
Well, everyone's
waiting
doing
for
that. My
login.
last roll 31 was for Andronica, so just
Oh,
note
okay.
that for when he gets back. Yep.
Hype. All right, looks like it finally rebooted everybody. So, or at least me. I hope it rebooted everybody else.
Yeah, I'm in.
All right. Let it be known, Sibo was the first to complete his epic path. I have already messaged him about the benefits that he has unlocked.
Oh my god, it's amazing too. Like you guys should get your epic path done quickly.
All right, let's go kill Theria. That's a 2-for-1 deal too. Like,
No.
yeah, right. The 31 healing there, Andronicus is yours.
thank you, little buddy.
No problem.
No Orn yet? Okay. Well, we will continue. Okay. So according to this adventure, which is a very fine adventure, from the beach, you have encountered the ship, and you do see that leading away from the beach, are some sparse woods that kind of head towards the center of the island. I would say, not really woods, sparse jungle, excuse me, heading towards the center of the island.
Have we heard in anything of our background with this island? Where on the island he makes his lair, or are
The
we just gonna
center. The
follow
center of
more
that.
and more gold
Yeah,
stuff?
the center.
Yeah. He layers essentially in the exact center of the golden deserts in the center of the island. That he
Start
might
moving.
see that he might see thieves coming from any direction.
Maya, could you provide us
So-
some cover with your magic?
Some, but hopefully he will. I'll try, but we should probably, if he's inside of an open area and it's just his sight that requires us to get petrified, we should have something that we can cover ourselves with. I know sometimes you do stuff like that shield wall, and maybe it had something like that you could walk with. I mean, there's this big ship here. Maybe we can take some of the wood.
Hmm.
Are you talking about creating a sort of...
Big shield.
Yes.
Suppose we could strap it to Georgos and then just walk behind him, right?
I mean, basically.
Not a terrible idea.
Time.
I guess Warren will move over to the hull of the ship and see if they can lever off some large sections. I guess we'd want 2 sections, one for the B team and one for the group. 2 big sections of wood. They're like, I don't know.
So timber is already extremely heavy, and then when you add in the added weight of the sort of petrification that's happening, it's going to be very, very heavy.
In that case,
So, serious question.
Mhm.
Does it appear to be, turned to pyrite all the way through, or is it just sort of like a layer on top?
It kind of has the vibe, most of it, of petrified wood.
How much are we talking? So I have Chandris's floating disc that can carry
Mhm.
500 pounds. So
Yeah, I mean, you guys
Yeah.
could assemble something for sure, but it's going to be a bit heavy.
Yeah.
I would say that tension floating disc is what, a 5 foot by 5 foot space, or 10 foot by 10 foot.
10 feet. I
Yeah.
think 10 feet by 10 feet.
So essentially, you could create a floating barrier to try and hide behind for sure. The floating disc though is gonna, your little feet might show through.
Yeah.
Also, doesn't it follow you, Sibo?
It does. So positioning would be difficult. Sibo would have to like swivel his butt to get it to like, swoop around, kind of deal.
Well, so I mean,
If only
I'll
you
be
had a
honest with you.
detachable ass.
I'll be honest with you. I can create one, sit on it, then I'm kidding.
Is there, like, if we explore the bit of that ship that's there, Is there like a sail or anything like that that's been turned to gold?
Yeah, that's a good
I
idea.
I don't think there's a market here at all for there to be.
Yeah, that's good thinking. I think if you guys kind of look inside, you would probably find scraps of sail that are badly weathered, but could certainly be spread out to make a sort of tarp or barrier, especially with Julian's skills and Orin helping with the rope.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the
dead
goal is
trees
you're gonna
off.
create like a you're gonna create like a curtain tarp kind of situation that you hold out in front of you. So as you approach, you just have this thing. Okay. Works for me. It's gonna be hard to see things that might be coming towards you if you've got this blocking sight to you. But yeah, you could do it for sure.
Could we do Sophia out in front of it, and I can see through Sophia's eyes?
Yeah,
and,
that works.
So I just have to be on piggyback duty.
Okay. All right. Makes me wish I had the Bailiwiki skills. I would make a mobile wall on wherever you guys went. The wall would go with you. But that's fine. All right. With that contraption built, you head further in. All right.
I guess until we get if we know his lair is supposed to be somewhere in like the desert. I guess we'll walk. Tell everybody we should maybe keep an eye out as we walk through this sparse jungle until we get to the desert and then set up.
That sounds like a plan.
Okay. For now, while we're on our way there, while we're on our way to the desert, I'll see if I can make us a little less visible.
Okay, so you're just gonna keep re-upping Pass Without Trace?
So I'm gonna pass without trace for now until we get to the desert.
Watch the skies, traveler.
Right, pass without trace.
So that's gonna be a second level slot every hour. Just to remind
We'll
you.
see. We'll see how many hours it is.
Okay. Okay. So 3 hours pass without any sign of life or really anything of interest. But up ahead, towards the end of the 3rd hour, you do hear the rushing of water, and know that a mighty stream. Some in the D&D business might try to call it a river, but it is definitely just a stream. Seems to be rushing up ahead. As it comes into view, you see, looking left and right, that it does seem to intersect your path towards the center of the island in a way that makes you feel like this is, like maybe a cool encounter or something. So. There is some elevation stuff at work here. You guys are currently kind of up. There are some falls here.
It seemed pretty fast moving.
It does seem pretty swift, yeah. So from here, there is a fall down these falls, and then you got this little swoopy path that gradually makes its way down. It sure looks like there's a passage that leads behind the falls. Oh my. And then there is a place that looks like it is used to cross the river, but there doesn't seem to be any ferry or fjord that you can see.
Or what I can do if you're wanting to scout ahead is I can now cast invisibility.
I don't need it.
All right,
Okay.
I'm just trying to help.
We save some of our power for this fight.
Right, but I'm just trying to, perhaps if he can see whatever might be lying in wait, because this seems like an excellent place for an ambush. I'm just saying.
Dutch.
I mean, if I was waiting for someone, I'd attack them midstream. Rain down a hail of arrows on them or something.
I mean, the invisibility won't do much for me. Orn will
The whole
step into
the whole B team is just nodding at everything Julian's saying because at this point in their careers, you're spitting facts. You're spitting facts right now.
Orn will step into the shade of one of the large boulders, and you'll see that where the dim light hits, he's already fairly translucent.
Ooh, okay.
And I guess he'll maneuver up, staying in the shade of these rocks, and we'll start to work his way over towards the waterfall.
Okay.
Keeping an eye on the stream and the banks of it.
Do you have your Pass Without a Trace aura going, Maya, or is that not up right now?
This will be the third hour, right?
Mm-hmm. This would be towards the end of the third hour.
So I didn't know. I wouldn't have any more.
Okay, never mind then.
Alright, Orn will get to right here, and he'll stop, putting his back flat against the cliffside. He'll peer around, see if he can see past the water.
Oh, now that you're closer, I'll play this the sound effects, I guess. There you go. Make everybody have to pee themselves. Alright.
Haha, I did that during the break already.
Nice. You peed yourself during the break? Oh my god. We all do it, it's fine. It's cool. It's cool to pee your pants. I learned that from Billy Madison.
If peeing your pants is cool, they consider me Miles Davis.
Yeah. Alright, Oren, as you sneak up like Kronk, humming your own theme music, give me a perception check.
Alright.
The coast is clear.
Does it look like the passage actually does lead back farther in?
You're peering down at this path? It looks
Yeah.
like there is a path that kind of goes behind the waterfall, but it's hard to see with all the mist and spray in the falls and whatnot.
Alright.
But your guess is that sadly it doesn't lead to a cool secret dungeon or secret passage.
It just looks like you could use this route to get across, though.
Well, these rocks are at the very top of the falls, so you could try to do some rock hopping if you wanted to.
Oh, I mean,
Across.
so the path doesn't lead behind the waterfall, but it does look like there's enough room as the waterfall's going over to go.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
If the path does in fact lead all the way to the other side, but you cannot see for sure, but it might lead all the way across.
Right.
You do estimate. Give me a nature, or here's a wild ass check. Give me an intelligence acrobatics.
Intelligence acrobatics. Alright. Let's see. If I could change this.
If you hold down Alt when you click it, it will pop up a mini game for you.
Okay, that's...
To...
I've sent it.
Okay. You realize that it is possible, but the force of the falls and the moisture and the smoothness of the stone path, it would be very slippery. You think that you could easily make it across. Others might struggle. You think about Maya when you say others might struggle.
Alright, well, we got a way to solve that. Orn will move back, just step out of the shadows for a moment, and beckon for the others to come along. There's a path up ahead behind the falls. I'll need a little bit of time to set up an anchor point, but I think we can do it.
Okay.
Kyra says, this is just like the Mithril Falls, but the Golden Falls. Huh?
I suppose we should be wary of anything especially stinky, Julian says, as as Yorgos walks by.
I guess you gotta get your 20 squares board out, kid.
I do have the one that's blessed by Valis. For what that's worth.
Alright, so Orn will get out his... Let's see... Dungeoneer's pack, bring out his pitons and his rope, and he'll... In like 5-foot intervals, he'll hammer in a piton with the rope to have like a guide rail, people to hold on to.
Maya, with your Oh wow, Maya. You and Oren actually have a tied perception now. Oren, when did your perception get so high?
Just as
Sibo,
passive.
why do you have a 36
Alert.
passive perception? That's incredible. This has got to be another thing that broke with the update.
Oren's passive perception should be pretty high, but his active is lower.
Is it really a 22 though?
Yeah, with
'Cause
the luck thing, I think, yeah.
Oh
He's got
wow.
he's got a +5 from
Sibo, how is your passive perception a 36?
Is
That's
that
a good
perception or
question.
Investigation.
oh, okay. Yeah.
Investigation's
Wow,
the brain. You have a
that
21.
is.
Yeah.
Do you have does Sibo have observant?
Yeah, but that would just put it like on par with his investigation.
Yeah, Oren, your perception
your-
is a. Oh, do you have a
Make
feat
sure
that
you-
gives you another +5 to your
He's
perception?
got Watchful Eye from A5E, which is a +5
Oh,
passive
okay,
perception.
okay. So yeah, your passive perception is a 22 now. Okay. So as you guys are closer to the water and getting ready to set up, Maya and Oren, and I guess if you got it, I mean, if it says you have a 36, Sibo, I mean,
I'll take a look.
36.
Don't consider me yet. Let me
it says you
take
have a
look.
+26
I
modifier.
don't. That doesn't feel right. It should be all intelligence, not wisdom.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe it's adding your actual intelligence score. I'm trying to look at your passive effects here.
I mean, roll and see what bonuses you're getting.
Oh, that's a good way to do it. Let's see.
Oh my god, I feel so inadequate. We're like Maya, myself, and Siba. We're all in the 70s. I think we're doing okay.
He's just getting a raw 24 from somewhere.
It might be like a plus missing somewhere.
Okay. All right. So I'll ignore that then for now.
Yeah,
All right. So Maya and Oren, you see that there are some rocks here. Occasionally, they move. There seems to be one large, kind of oval-shaped rock, and then two round rocks, kind of equidistant from the oval rock.
Two round rocks, equidistant.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So like a creature buried below the water.
Like I don't know if you can see the lines, but it kind of like that.
It's watchful. It's the passive effect watchful.
Oh, is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that right though?
No.
You're probably missing the plus.
Here, I'll go. If you don't mind, I'll dig into it real quick and take a look at it
Yeah.
while you guys decide what to do next.
Or
It's
do you
just
see that?
it's just adding not
Yeah.
proficient.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Oh, I guess.
What
Seems
is
like
it?
some sort
For
of
my
creature
shield?
laying in wait.
Oh, are you? So you're adding perception. This is for the passive or for the whole ability? Let's see. I'm gonna change it to ability. Anyways, keep going. Keep going.
Yeah.
I'm here to answer questions.
Might you could summon some sort of beast and send it down the river to possibly lure it away. Once I start hammering in these pitons, it's gonna most likely alert it.
Yeah, I think I can. Give me a second. Features.
Supposed to have an
Shape
advantage on
companion.
perception checks.
Okay, it is an action, and it's consumes wild shape, and it lasts as long as my wild shape lasts, which is an hour per druid level, so 11 hours. Okay. So yeah, I can summon Looking at the shape of the rocks, can I kind of give an idea of what creature might be down there?
rock
Yeah.
lobster.
You can give me a in intelligence nature.
Nature.
You are unsure.
Okay.
It might be one creature. It might be several creatures.
Well,
They seem to be gently vibing with the current of the waterfall.
Could
Well,
we
I
not
guess
just
if it-
climb that cliff next to the waterfall and then just walk across the water above the fall so we avoid the creature?
I guess does the speed of the stream affect our water walking? Let me look at that ability.
I was thinking this route would keep us out of sight, but
That's true too.
if anybody slips off it, they risk falling onto those
It
creatures.
looks like a water creature, so I'm going to what you call it, wild shape a fast swimming creature. Oh man, you know, probably uh, it has to be the same thing as a find familiar. So it's a fish that we have seen before.
Okay, you've seen many fish at this point in your journey.
So what the one that that we've seen that seems to be the fastest
Mm.
that we've seen.
Okay. Yes.
And then-
let me get my diverse fish stat collection out real quick. Let's see.
Uh-huh. So whichever fish that is, that's one wild shape summon. And then I'm gonna ask Andronicus, can you?
I could talk to it. I could try to scare it off.
I mean, that's true too.
Mm.
Could also ask if we can pass.
I was
I'm
gonna
gonna try
summon some of the fish, have Andronicus throw into the water so he can swim away.
Okay, so you summon a small
try that.
barracuda. It has a speed of 70.
Nice.
All right, quickly, Andronicus, you need to throw it over
And
there so
then,
he can.
yeah, I'll
swim
grab it
away.
and I'll throw it. I'll try to get it like right there.
You throw the summoned barracuda? Is that my?
Yep, I guess so.
Am I understanding that correctly? All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
Am I athletics checking this or just?
Well, let me grab a placeholder for this this monster. All right.
Nice.
Okay.
Now that I think about it, I probably should have summoned a useless fish.
Okay, so you're going to throw this barracuda. It's trying to bite you. Wait, it works for you, Maya, right? It's in the Union. Okay.
Yeah.
This barracuda straightens itself into a javelin.
It's also a fey too, so
Oh,
not a.
All right. I guess it's into it.
I get ready to throw it, and then I
Uh-huh.
look at it. Could we not just have Sophia drop it in the water over there?
That might be
Okay.
for the best. I don't know if we
Okay.
can take the fall. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I hand it to Sophie and I go, "Ooh, barracuda,
Oh, nice. Okay. she says, who?
barracuda,
Who?
barracuda." She jumps.
Okay. All right.
Flaps her wings.
You
Flap,
want
flap, 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 flap,
you want to
flap,
drop
flap,
it like
flap,
where do you want to drop it?
Where was I told to have her drop it? Right there, right there,
Okay.
right there.
All right. It falls into the water with a sploosh. It flops
And
around, and you
Its
see.
job was to
Oh, its job was to.
to land in there, struggle, and then swim away.
Okay. It lands and it struggles about, and it swims away. Peace. The landmass jostles a bit, and as this landmass jostles, the two little round landmasses jostle as well. Doesn't seem too bothered by it.
Well, Ward will shrug. He'll go to hammer one of the pitons into the rock.
Okay.
Seeing like there's any reaction after the first one gets hammered in. I guess
Are you trying to be stealthy about it or no?
not particularly.
Okay, then yes, you do see a large blue eyeball open right here and peek at you.
He'll stop.
Okay.
It's still looking.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. You wait a little while. It closes.
All right, now he'll go for the second piton. And he'll be stealthy on this one.
Okay. Do you feel that Orin has become strong enough that he could do a 1 Peton in 1 swing? Is that where you're at on the rope club? I mean, you got +7 athletics. That's pretty good. All right. So you go to the next one. Gold is soft, as they say.
Yeah, so he's just hammering these in, angling them up, and then looping
Okay.
the rope in.
Each time you make a hammer sound, the now both eyeballs open to look at you.
Wonder how many I could hammer in 30 seconds.
Sibo, don't you have silence or something?
I have silence. I don't know that silence is.
Well,
is-
Warren will bring out the handkerchief of silence.
Kyra shakes you a little, Sleebo. She says, "Hey, they say silence is golden."
Ooh. I cast silence right after.
I've
she says that.
never heard that saying before.
So do you cast silence or do you ritual cast silence?
Do we have time? Are we okay with the
I
ritual?
mean, you guys tell me. I don't know.
That's what I asked.
Yeah.
I could do it now, or
I mean, I could just try talking to it first. Telling it to leave us alone, telling it that we've slayed many mighty sea monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Alright,
Yeah,
negotiate with it. See if you can get
Alright.
some information out of it as well.
I can't hear them, they can just understand me.
Oh, well, that's...
Is this an animal you can communicate with?
I'm assuming, since it's in the water, that it has a swim speed, so
It
yes.
does. Yep.
Alright, go for it.
Hey, we'll,
Andronicos.
I'll climb up right here.
Okay.
And seeing how it opened its eyes and looked at Orin when he banged something, I'll just pick up a rock and bang it on the cliff.
Okay. It opens
and
its
then
eyeballs
once
to look at
it's
you.
looking at me,
Yeah.
I'll look back down at it.
Mm.
I will say, "We are the heroes of prophecy, slayer of many mighty sea creatures. You would be best served to ignore us and let us
It seems
pass."
very interested when you say best served. It seems very interested.
Yeah, I just said that it would be best served to ignore us and let us pass without it.
Okay. All right. It closes its
And I
eyes.
say, "Okay, I guess try now, Orin, see what happens."
Alright, he'll go and you'll hammer in the next one.
All right. It opens its eyes and looks at you.
Just keep talking to it.
I mean, it's still gonna look at you.
Okay.
It's fine.
Why? It seems fucked up.
Alright. So he's just looping the rope through, secures it, hammers the
Yeah.
piton in, moves to the next
Okay.
one, loops the rope through, hammers it in, or piton
Okay.
in, and just works his way across.
Okay. It just seems to be watching Orin, like a frog watches a fly.
Alright, let me get to the other side.
All right. Well. As soon as this delicious fish is in the water, it rolls into initiative. All right. Blop.
Good.
All right. Here we go.
Bring me a turtle you again.
It's that same one.
No, this one's a leaping goldfish. It's different.
Oh,
That's how I managed to get so far inland. In some worlds, they have competitions to see how high their goldfish
I got a
can
one
jump.
again. I got a one again on this initiative.
All right. Let's see. I think everybody's in initiative. All right, sweet. Let's see. Let's get some good music here. Hold on.
He seemed to really like destroying boats.
Well, that was the shipwrecker goldfish.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Let's see. Cooking Mama for kitchen magic. Nah, that's a little too. Nah, it's too peppy. All right. Let's see. We need something a bit more tense.
Baby carpet, baby carpet.
Oh man, that's a goodie. That's a goodie, but this is pretty close. We'll use this. All right. Overcooked restaurant extended. Fish is on the menu. All right.
Fish is back on the menu, boys.
Sibo, you have won the initiative. This fish seems intent on eating Andronicus.
Can I just?
Apparently, they have a connection. You passed the fish. Okay.
How are we getting across? There's rope here.
There's
Yes,
now a rope. This would be I would say if you don't want to have to make a check, every space will be 3 spaces of movement because of the slippery rocks and trying to hold on to these ropes. With a waterfall kind of rushing past you, and there's also a big ass fish that wants to eat anyone that comes near it.
Okay, and how far across is this?
It's almost like this fish waits here for stuff to wash over the falls so it can lazily eat them.
I will bonus action far step, and I'll teleport up here.
Oh, okay, nice.
And then I will get ready to jump over here for the next round.
Okay.
I will pass to Andronicus
All right.
and say, "Watch out!"
Thank you. Listen, man, you just have to leave us alone and we won't kill you. That's it. That's all.
It just looks at you and blinks very slowly.
Negotiations have broken down.
Maya, it might feel good to see that it's not just you that's struggling to talk to these very large, very stupid animals.
All right, you little dumbass.
Little.
He understands that you usually talk to animals to catch. That's how we usually catch our fish. So
I'm gonna use Dragon's Wrath Channel Divinity on it.
Oh shit, okay. Knowing that the creature is prone to being afeared. Okay. It has nightmares about worlds where it's just a feeder fish, and not an apex predator. Alright, so
DC 16 was saved.
Alright, against the fears?
Yep.
Alright. Let's see. It is going to roll with a -4. A booyah! It fails. So it has fear 4 on it.
Yep. And I said, just
Okay.
get out of here.
Alright, it's gonna deal with its fear the only way it knows how. Stress eating.
It's healthy.
Checks.
Alright, what else you got, Andronicus?
He's gonna
I'm just gonna
roll
keep
himself up and
jumping
pick
away.
up breadcrumbs.
Are you just gonna? Are you using the rope, or are you gonna try swimming in the current?
Rope.
Okay, so each space will be
So
three.
yeah,
three
two
movement, yeah.
squares was my
Uh,
entire movement.
All right. Who do you pass to?
I'll pass to Maya.
Okay.
right, just in case, I'll bonus action. Mark it.
Okay. The optimism, the power. All right.
And I'll move 2 spaces.
Okay.
And then action.
Ooh, you guys are all at the bottom of the falls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. All right. I'm gonna add something for immersion's sake. All right. Keep going though.
And then I'll full action dodge for now. While holding on to the rope, if that's possible.
I guess your speed isn't 0, and this ain't no Pathfinder, so sure you can dodge while holding onto a rope under a waterfall on slippery round rocks. Yep, that makes sense to me. All right. Let's see. Okay. Who do you pass to?
I'll pass to we'll pass to Julian.
Okay. All right. So Sibo, can you help me out on this? I'm gonna make this this door or this wall go in one direction. but if you can see, that's good. If you can't see your allies, that's bad. Are you able to see your allies?
I can, yes.
All right, good. Can you guys see Sibo now or no?
Yes,
I
I
can
can
see
see
him.
Sibo.
Yes.
What? It's supposed to be direction wall.
Now this one, I can't see this area here right now.
Uh-huh.
No,
Yeah, I
that
can't see it
matters.
either.
Weird. But you guys can see Sibo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Right here.
Damn, that's weird. Oh well. I tried. Okay. So sorry, who did you pass to? Sibo? No, Sibo already went. You passed to Julian or Orin? Maya.
Julian.
Are we still trying to negotiate with this fish, or are we just having enough?
Yeah, I think
Seems like it's
negotiations are over.
All
Did they
right.
ever really start?
Julian's gonna mind sliver the fish.
Okay. All right. Let's see. It will try to make it save with a -8. It fails. It takes 14 points of psychic damage.
And -3 on its next saving throw.
All right.
And
Ooh.
Julian's just
Let's see. Since you hit it with a ranged, is it a ranged attack? No, I guess it's a spell attack, so it's not a ranged attack.
it's
All
a,
right.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
spell attack. Julian's just gonna stay put.
Okay. It is going to steal. All right. Let's see. There's not enough of you clumped up for a good bubble beam. Debo, you're all the way at the top of the waterfall, so you're like probably 50 feet up compared to everybody else.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. What could it do? Oh, this could be fun. Yeah. Okay. The creature is very scared. It's very scared. It wants to eat Andronikos, but Andronikos is very scary. So in sort of reaction to this, it's just gonna start foaming wildly at the mouth. As it does, looking like it's got fish rabies, it starts to blow a bubble. The bubble gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until it is a 60-foot radius sphere.
Perfect.
Let's
60-foot
see.
radius.
Yeah, so
Damn.
let's see what's a 60-foot radius look like.
Map.
There we go. All right, so it blows this it blows this bubble like this. You're fine, Julian. All right. And as it does, it just goes, and then it lets go of the bubble, and the bubble just instantly freezes. So everyone inside the radius, I need you to make Constitution saving throws. This is a cold-based effect.
What if I'm immune to cold damage?
Ooh, well, I guess you don't need to roll then if you're immune to cold damage. What a cool guy.
Hey.
All right, Orin, here's another
see.
boon for you. Hot dice tonight.
Nice.
All right, Sibo, 18's pretty good, but you've seen some of this stuff in effect before. But yes, 18 is actually the DC for the spell effect.
Okay. If that's the case, I think I have an advantage automatically just because I won a boon. That-
I got you. I counter offer. Maya got a nat 1. So, all right. Sudden shift. You and a random creature within 20 feet swap places. Movement used to accomplish this does not provoke opportunity attacks. If there's no creature within range, nothing happens. Are you within 20 feet of the creature? You're not within 20 feet of anybody, right?
Nope.
All right, then you're good. Okay.
No,
Okay,
you're not
so
within 20 feet of me?
You're
50
too
feet up
high.
in the air.
I'm 50 feet up
Yeah,
in
you
there.
you
from
got
like
elevation,
this.
bud.
Yeah,
oh yeah. But she's all the way down, so yeah, you're up there. You're
Okay,
fine.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, so here's the effect damage. It is 10d6 cold. It also instant freezes the whole waterfall and the water heading towards the waterfall, which then crashes into the waterfall. And now there's environmental effects of an icy avalanche will continue falling down the waterfall. So I will leave this effect here because this whole area is now hazardous icy chunks that are falling and all that jazz. Yeah, it seems pretty much settled. Good. All right. That is the creature's turn. Let's see. Oren, you were damaged. Would you like to
see? In
see?
the eye the whole time, and then I just shake my head after.
It was a basic save, so it was a save for half. Oren, did you take damage and wanna
yeah.
heal? Okay.
I'll take it. Yeah.
All right. Man, 45 ain't bad on 10d6. Ain't bad. Not great.
Right. So it seems like this creature wants to. Okay, so this area is hazardous. So what would it take to move?
Ooh, also the creature probably won't make this wisdom saving throw with its -8, but it's gonna try to. It's a lingering effect on your dragon, or is it 1 round?
1 minute lingering.
Okay, so it does not reduce it, but it does go down by 1. So now it's at fear 3. All right, got it.
So what would it take to move to this space next to Andronicus?
If you could make an acrobatics check if you wanted to, but a failure would spill you into the frozen currents. Otherwise, it would be 15 feet of movement to use your rope system, and not have to make any checks. Yeah.
I'll make the check.
But if you end your turn in this effect, you are going to have chunks of ice falling down towards you. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. So these icy, slippery, well-rounded stones at the bottom of the waterfall, you start hopping across them.
All right, I would like to grab Andronicus.
Okay.
And drag him away from the fish.
Okay, fair enough.
That'd be 5, and then 15 to get back to here, and then 25 here. Oh, I guess it'd be 20 to get to here, so I got 10 feet left. So I just put him right here.
Okay.
Try to get him away from the water, and then that'll be.
And that was moving half speed because you were dragging someone, right?
Yeah, would have been normal to move there, and then 15 to get back, and then 10 more, so 25, and then 5 to put him right there.
All right. So as your turn kind of ends, you see chunks of ice kind of crashing down from up above, the screaming sound of frozen ice and whatnot.
All right, and then we'll pass to.
Right. Oh, you're gonna pass to this hostile greed warped troglodyte. Hostile greed warped savage. All right. Let's see. So rolling up onto the scene are some hideous dwarves. Okay. And they are speaking in Thylean. They are up the hill, so they can't see you guys yet, and you can't see them. But the one in the lead says, "Hey, keep it up! Come on! Set the pace! The boss says there's intruders on the island. We've got to check. Every beach, especially the one that's very obvious, the best place to bring your boat aboard. I wonder how Goldie's doing. Oh, there's some ice in the water. She must have caught something." And then this other one says, "Oi, maybe that's the intruders." And then the other one says, "Who's the boss here, eh? Who's the boss?" And the other one says, "Midas is the boss." And then he says, "Who's the boss of this expedition?" And the other one says, "Oh, well, he didn't really say who was the boss." And the other one says, "No, I'm the boss. Anyways, if she's using the ice bubble, it's probably the intruders. Let's check it out." And they start heading towards the edge. So they would probably get, that's too far for them. They got 40-foot speed, so they'd probably be about, with a move and a dash. All right. they will pass to Goldie, I guess, going into the next round. Unless anybody wants to steal. All right, we'll see what
You're
happens.
hanging out.
All right. Let's see.
I really wanted to
Goldie.
use its bubble breath on us and then also hit all the things up there, but
Let's see. Maya's still chilling here by her lonesome in the near the falls. Everyone else is on land.
Everyone who's in the falls is chilling right now.
Yeah. Good point. Good point. Dang. B team holds up their contract, dissuading the fish from coming on land after them. So yeah, I guess the goldfish will surge forward and try to get Maya. All right, Maya. You are not a boat, so it will not cuddle you. Here's the tail slap. 25 for 22. It's gonna knock you up into the air, and then try to catch you in its mouth.
How high up in the air is it gonna knock her?
20 feet.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, 19 foot. All right. So I take 22.
All right, and it's gonna go for the bite. Chomp, 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 chomp. Looks like a 23 for 15 piercing and 12 poison.
All right, I'm out.
Okay. And then with you in its mouth, it is going to ready its next turn to try and swallow you.
All right.
All right. You took damage. Do you want to steal? Otherwise, it's going to pass to the greed warped savages.
Hmm. I want. Okay, let me see if this will work.
Okay.
Oh no, I don't. No, I won't steal.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right. Then Goldie's not a killer, so she's not going to pass to you and force you to make a death save. That's just mean. So she will pass to hostile greed warp savage. All right. And he's going to move up to the edge. And he's going to look down, and he's going to say, "Yeah, you're right. There's the intruders. Hey, intruders!" He shouts down at Andronicus and Orin.
yes,
Can you hear me?
yes.
Yes, can you
Do
call
you-
this fish off?
Oh, I can't do that. Why are you on the island? Are you lost?
The goldfish. They broke our boats.
Oh, that happens, huh? Yeah, it happens. Hey, don't worry. If you come with us to our village, we'll take good care of you.
He's going to try and use a social skill on you rather than attack you.
Persuasion, sure.
All right. I mean, let's see. Andronicus' passive insight.
It's not
Okay.
great.
Orin's passive insight. All right. So, Andronicus, thank God, finally, an island with people that aren't just trying to kill you all the time. Let's
It's
just
nice
go to the
meet
village.
some
Yeah.
friendly locals.
I mean, this is 2 islands in a row that you found friendly locals that you thought might be a problem. This is fantastic. Orin, before your time with Lutheria, you would have fallen for this ruse. But this time, you're like, wait a minute, that's probably not what they intend to do. This guy probably means us harm.
We can go with you, but we've got to get our friend back from the fish first.
Oh,
Is this a counter social check? Are you sending a counter at him?
Yeah.
Okay, would you use a reaction for this? Because this could.
Sure.
All right, give me a deception, because I don't think that's true. I don't think you're gonna go with him at all.
What?
Oh shit! Okay. He's like he goes,
suckers. All right. We'll wait for you to get done.
You don't mind if we kill this fish or rough it up?
Good luck. Yeah, boys. Those idiots, they believe me that we'll take them back to the village. We just have to wait here. Easiest job of the day.
And then he shouts down at you.
Okay, we're gonna wait up here and plan some fun things to do at the village.
That's
and
okay.
maybe.
I don't think this will be anything compared to Cetus that we killed before.
Oh, okay. Do you like flatbread? We'll have a nice feast in your honor. Dumbasses.
All right. So they pass to you. Natural 20 deception. Andronicos, with your terrible insight, you think that Orin actually believes them, which you believe them as well, and that he's okay with this plan. This sounds great.
So we're gonna kill this fish and then go hang out with these guys. Is that the plan?
He'll just look at you with a gym face and say, "Yes, that's exactly what we're gonna do."
All right, Orin, you're up.
All right. I'll try to acrobatically. Can I float on my last acrobatics so I didn't do another one to get back into this ice?
I guess you would have gotten a boon too, because this happened in combat. There you go.
I'll take some more temp HP. What is that? 16 temp HP. All right. So do I got to do another acrobatics to get back into this ice, or? Am I
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Alright.
the conditions have changed.
Another-
More ice fell down. Oh, no problem. You're just like a fucking gazelle.
I was trying
Like
to get
just-
that boon, you know. All right.
All right.
Gonna move up. Is Maya's body, is the fish's mouth close enough to the rope?
Yeah. It's right. It's just the mouth is right here, and it's gobbling her up.
All right. Let's see. I'll start maneuvering my way over there then.
Okay.
We'll action surge.
Okay.
Get the rest of the way up there. And then I'll try to pull her free, pull her out of the mouth.
Okay. It is a DC 22 athletics check.
Send it. 22. Everything that
Mm.
do that.
There's no way. There's no human way possible.
DC 22. I mean, is it like a grapple? Can I do a multiple with my attack action, or is it just one and done?
It is a creature feature.
I mean,
it
you
is an
could
action to
succeed
attempt.
at any Telemarcost.
All right,
Yeah,
I
at
can
this
hit me
point.
with it. Give me the devil.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying you could.
All right. He
Like,
shouts
look at
out,
the damn things.
"Orin, my friend, I will help you!" And he throws a rock and he hits it in one of the eyeballs, and the eyeball slowly closes.
All right, I'll give it my. Let's see.
When it opens the eye, it only sees you, Orin, and it thinks you threw the rock at it.
All right, I'll give it my shield wall ability.
It is going to use. Let's see. If you were all right. It can use its reaction to make a dash action or move closer to you, or make an attack that targets you. All right. So it'll try to bite you as well.
All right.
All right. Here we go.
Does it drop Maya to bite me?
It can hold 2 creatures in its mouth, but you succeeded to free Maya. So, oh my
Alright.
God, these fish have rolled so fucking bad.
That's a good thing.
It is a good thing. It is a good thing.
I will parry it.
Their bads are
Alright.
still hit, so
All right.
Like a fucking Mack truck. Yeah.
They're a force of nature. Okay. All right. So
Okay.
it's
So-
used
so
its
we're Mack
reaction,
trucks.
and you've used your reaction.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because I
Maya's
got it back
free.
after they passed.
Okay.
All right. Now let's see. I got 5 feet of movement. I guess I'll. I don't have a way to wake her up. So yeah, Sibo, can you get Maya up? I'll start pulling her this way then.
Okay.
I try to interpose myself and her from the fish. I pass to
Do you-
Sibo.
Do you shield her from the avalanche of ice that's about to fall on you?
Sure.
All right. Give me a Constitution save. Ooh, very nice.
26.
So you will take half of this as cold damage, as the slush from up top falls down on top of you, threatening to bury you.
All right.
All right.
That's my turn. Give it to Sibo.
Is there
Okay.
a place for me to land down here if I was to far step?
Yeah, I mean you could land on the fish. There's rocks down there.
You really want to come down here?
How else am I gonna get her up?
Did you have a AOE or a range thing?
As a bonus action, but I'm at bonus action. Do I lose it? I don't lose it if I don't use it, right?
What does the spell say?
Can use. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I will invite Maya.
Okay.
I guess you could jump down, get her up, and then far step away.
That's a, well, I'm not gonna risk jumping down. That sounds awful.
That's a 50-foot jump down an
Yeah.
ice-coated waterfall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is Sibo we're talking about.
Maybe he's got character growth after his time in Noriande.
That's fair.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't want to point this out. He's the only one that's completed his epic
Yeah,
path.
you guys
okay?
realize that basically that I'm the only one that's epic right now? I don't know if you've been listening. No,
Well, if you're the only one that's epic, you should do epic shit, like
Yeah,
jumping down a 50
Ooh,
foot.
dang, dang.
All right,
Do a
here. All right,
backflip.
yeah, I got it real quick. Maya,
All right,
raised from the dead. There you go, epic shit. And that was my bonus
yeah.
action.
Amazing.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. I can't hide behind these rocks. There's ice coming.
Well,
out,
these rocks
right?
are moving towards you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So down below, it's a Constitution save as the stuff falls on you. Up here, it's going to be a Dexterity to avoid being knocked over the falls by the flowing ice flows and avalanche.
Can I? Are there any that I can shoot and prevent them from hitting me? With an
Ooh, that'd be
archer
pretty
thrust?
cool. That'd be pretty cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's see if that works.
All right.
And now I remember I get 3.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you start blasting. In before people say you can't attack objects with Eldritch Blast. Get the fuck out of here. So the 16 hits and destroys one chunk of ice coming at you. Will lower the DC by 2 of the Dexterity save. So it is going to be a DC 16 now, Dexterity save, to avoid being carried over the falls by the icy flow.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So over the falls you go. Do you have any way to mitigate this falling?
I have no action.
All right. So you take.
Wait, hold on. Are you?
Oh.
Is he within 60 feet of me?
He would be by the time he starts falling. Yeah.
In that case, I will cast Featherfall.
All right. So use your reaction to cast Featherfall. You take no damage, and you land sprightly upon the boopable snoot of this goldfish.
Nice.
Perfect.
All right.
I learned from the last fight.
Who would you like to pass to, Sibo?
Let's go ahead and get it to Maya.
All right.
Wait. All right. Let me see here. I should get out of here. What's the distance on Misty Step again? It's been a while. 30?
30 feet, yeah.
Okay. I'll say, Oren, thank you for getting me out of there. And I'm gonna use my once per day Misty Step.
Okay.
The trick with
So
fighting
the
inside
top,
him
the
is
top of the falls are 50 feet up from you, just to keep in mind.
I'm not doing it to get
Oh,
top
okay.
and going
Orin
away.
starts to like look down. He's like, "Yeah, the trick with fighting inside is you need to be conscious when you go in."
And I'll
I always forget that
put it
stuff.
here.
That's the third rule.
Holding on to the rope
Okay.
and move one step since I had
Okay.
and
Alright,
then
so you teleport to
so bonus
here,
action.
and then you move to here. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for my action, I'll I guess I'll dash to get 2 more spaces away.
All right, so up top, this guy, I don't know why I'm showing their art like it's different for each mini. This guy says,
Oi, he said, there's another one. Is some kind of woman.
and then the other guy says, woman? And then this one says, oh yeah,
Yeah. A sprightly little thing.
and then this guy says,
Woman.
the other one says,
Oh yeah, woman. Back in our village.
and then they start having just a conversation because they haven't seen a woman that looks like Maya in a while. So.
It's her beard.
All right. So what do you got? Anything else?
All right, and then, no, that's it. And then I'll pass to. I guess we'll pass to the. I mean, seeing them and them talking to me, I guess I'll pass to them for now.
Okay. All right. So you
Exactly,
pass to
conversation.
Pretentious, and Pretentious moves the edge and says,
Hey, woman. Where's your beard?
It doesn't grow one. I don't grow one.
Oh, she says it doesn't grow one.
the others say,
Oh, she's an elf.
he says,
Are you an elf?
No.
Oh, she ain't an elf.
this one says, is she a human? And he yells out,
Are you human?
Yes.
She says yes.
and that's his turn. All right. He's gonna pass to the others, and they're going to speculate about all of you. All right. They will pass to Julian.
All right. I'll see go out. So is the fish just sort of? It's just big enough that it's hanging out in the stream there.
Yeah. It just sort of hangs out in the stream and eats stuff that falls off the waterfall. She real lazy. She a chonk baby for sure.
All right. I don't really have much else.
I will say that there's a place up here that looks like it's frequently used to fjord the stream, but for some reason that nobody wanted to use that. They came down here, but I mean,
There might be something cool behind the waterfall, right? I was lied to.
I'm just gonna mind sliver the fish.
Okay.
The only thing down here is a fucking oversized goldfish.
You're pretty sure that you're doing damage to it, but that it doesn't have enough of a brain to even know that it's being damaged.
Yes, but by doing this, I don't have to worry about trying to get through its armor class.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true. Okay. Anything else from Julian?
-1 on its next save. No, I don't think that's gonna work. Yes, I'm just going to leave it at that, and I will pass to Andronikos.
Okay. Andronikos, to you. As your turn starts, this guy shouts down,
Hey, Fishman, what kind of person are you?
I'm a Triton.
He says he's a Triton. What does that mean?
It means fish man. You just said that.
I was right, he's just a Fishman.
okay, keep going.
I Can I actually hit the
Yeah, sure.
goldfish from here? Okay.
If you want.
Yeah, I want to try to distract him a bit from them. So I'm going to take a couple steps up, and then I'm going to swing.
All
at
right.
it.
Yeah, it doesn't notice you're 19 as you bonk it, or you're 21 even as you bonk it. Oh, but that is gonna notice. Oren, are you giving flank or Sibo? Are you giving flank?
I am.
All right, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh yeah, it feels that one.
I don't have it written down anywhere. What is defensive on my cutlass do?
It gives you the ability to, as a reaction, raise your AC by 1.
Oh, nice.
No, it says right there. While wielding this weapon, you can use your reaction to increase your AC by 3.
Oh,
because
I see.
it's
Okay.
normally 1, but since it's a +2 weapon, it includes that as well.
Okay.
Yep.
Sweet.
That is really sweet. That's like kind of an OP, weapon.
No, yeah,
you,
it's
you've had that
it's
the whole time.
super good.
Imagine though if there was some way to get a +5 to your AC against all attacks until your next turn started. That would be fucking crazy.
That's
I'm just-
bonkers.
Yeah, I'm
That would
sorry.
be fun. It would never make sense.
I don't know. Yeah, why I would say that. That's stupid. All right. What else you got, buddy?
Next thing, you're going to tell me that you can use that as a reaction or something.
Yeah, yeah. And it only would use a first level spell slot. How do you do
Fucking
that?
bullshit.
I know. I shouldn't
Can't
design
believe
anything.
you.
I'm gonna run everything past Dom from now on. All right.
Either 5e to me.
Yeah, in the spirit of the game for sure.
Yeah, that'll be it for me.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say, hey, stop that.
Okay.
And
All right.
then-
You gonna pass to it?
I mean, I'm assuming it's gonna steal. If not, I'll pass to anyone else. But
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna flop about, and turn to face you, and it's gonna try and it's gonna slap you with its tail while it's flopping around, or try, I guess. 34.
I'm gonna use my reaction to. No, that's not.
Okay, so it tosses you in the air and it's gonna try to chomp you down.
Ah, you shithead.
All right. So it's a 31 for 20 piercing and 5 poison. And give me a strength save, or you're stuck in its mouth. Up top, the peanut gallery says, "Oh, fish on fish."
Oh no, it didn't get him. Didn't get him.
All right. So you land back prone on the shore.
Aha!
Do like a somersault.
All right. That's its turn, because again, this is just a normal monster. Okay. You took a little bit of damage. You can steal if you'd like.
Was it the start of the new round?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
All
I'll use half a movement to stand back up.
Okay. It watches you like a cat watching a mouse. Maybe. No, there's too much intelligence there. Sorry. It watches you like a fish watching a smaller fish. Yeah.
I
There's always a
will,
bigger fish.
yeah, there's always a bigger. I will disengage while
Okay.
flipping it off, and then step backwards.
Oh, do you see that? He made a rude gesture at Goldie, and now he's walking away.
Well, why is he walking away? I thought they wanted to fight, Goldie. And then the leader says,
Hey, you idiots! It's because I told a cunning story, a bit of fabricated fable, as it were, that we're going to take them back to the village, and they believed it because they're absolute morons.
and he says, oh, but ain't we just going to turn them into gold? And he says,
Well, yeah, of course, but keep it down.
all right, anything else from Androctus?
Such jokesters up there. And then I will pass to Oren.
It's a couple of guys being dudes. Alright.
All right, orange to you.
See what you can get out of here.
Yeah.
Alright. In that case, let's see. So with the ice raining down, making things tough to walk on, if Oren were to use his next step and kind of move through, so you can move through creatures and solid objects as if they're difficult
Ooh,
terrain.
that's cool. Okay.
To use that to diminish some of the strain of moving.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so you'll move and then dash.
Okay.
Get out of it.
Very cool use of the ability. Okay.
All right, get to right here and then pass to Sibo.
All right.
Holy mackerel. Julian, we should group her over there. Alright, I'm just gonna far step her.
All right.
Are we attacking this thing? What we're doing?
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
Fine.
I'll start walking this way.
All right. I'm sorry, this is mislabeled. The creature's turn was had just happened, so it does have its reaction back. As you move out of range of its tail, it is going to flip you with its tail.
Okay.
All right, it's got a 15-foot reach on that bad boy. Here we go.
So Sibo's going to get flipped off the falls.
Maybe. It's 29.
Oh yeah.
Just hits. Okay,
Yeah,
15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alright, I tried to
Alright.
follow her, but
It's gonna flip you up in the air where you were, and then drop you 20 feet back on the ground.
Okay.
So you would fall prone, and since it didn't catch you in its mouth, here's 2d6 fall damage.
Wait, is he within 60 feet?
I don't think he's within 60 feet anymore. So there's another one. But let's measure.
No, then no. I
Alright.
cannot.
He's,
I'm just like, do I have a reaction back? Yes, I have a reaction.
he's 85. All right, so you take
Okay.
another 7 damage as you slam into the stony shore of the stream, and are knocked prone. All right.
okay. I'll use half my movement to
Yeah.
get up there, and then I'll walk.
Okay.
Alright.
And you hear one up there say, walk it off, okay? Just walk it off.
Trying to think of something blowfish, but I can't. Alright. I'll pass to Julian.
Okay.
Julian's going to
Pretentious
call
on the edge
up.
says, but boss, can't we just throw a couple of rocks at him? Just to soften him up a bit? And the other one says, no, you'll ruin my clever ruse.
All right. Let me go, Julian.
Has Julian heard any of this? I probably not. I feel because of the distance and the rushing
Yeah, the
water.
rushing water and all that. Yeah, only Maya and Oren have probably heard this, and maybe
All right.
Andronicus. But he he got cousined
They're
in with that
just joking.
incredible bluff earlier. So
Yeah, they're teasing.
So Julian's
you don't
going to call.
understand them like I do, okay? I promise. It's just a joke.
Julian's going to call out. How are we getting the rest of the people across with the
Yeah.
evil fish here?
Kyra says, "Well, we were just watching. We're gonna just walk across that fjord."
They've got water walking in.
Oh, you mean like I recommended we do at the beginning?
Yeah, like Andronicus recommended at the
There could have
beginning.
been something cool behind the waterfall, Andronicus. There
All
would-
right. In that case, I'm just going to go with the B team. We'll just fjord it.
Okay. All right, everybody, show's over. Setting up
The other plan you had was negotiating with the fish, and see how that turned out.
we gotta just stop negotiating with animals. I hope Maya didn't hear me say that.
I asked if we were trying to negotiate. I was told no.
La 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 la. All right. I guess you guys are out of combat if you want to be, since you've fallen for their clever deception.
Should we get up on this
Alright.
perch?
Do you want to leave? You want to leave
I have
combat
a
or
passive
not?
insight of 20.
Okay.
So I mean I know I'm pretty sure I understand they're lying, but I also saw Orin is like looking at him and agree. I heard. Well, I guess I was knocked out when that happened.
These ones have offered to take us to their village.
You got anything to do for?
Well, we're split up. I don't think we can really talk to one another.
That's why.
Yeah, I'll look to
Yeah.
Orin and see if I can understand what his plan is.
Yeah. So hostile Greed Warp Savage says,
Hey, come on up, and oh, get situated. That way we can better tell you about our village.
Anything
Maya, you're
seems
looking kind of rough. You got anything for that?
These guys have
Yeah.
badass hairy forearms that are wrapped in tarnished gold chains. Around their loincloths, they have fanny packs that bulge with fat, ball-shaped orbs. I guess an orb is ball-shaped, but the kind of, globes are inside these things. They also have strapped to their backs golden war picks.
I'm sorry, we haven't been properly introduced. Was this sorted out with our friends down below? I didn't catch any of this conversation.
Oh yeah. The handsome fella with the little goatee. He said that you wanted to come to the village with us. We'll have some dinner.
And then this guy says, "Hey, yeah, that's what's gonna happen." Yorgos whispers to you. Oh,
I think these guys are lying to us.
It's okay, Yorgos. I think the very handsome man with the goatee has this under control.
all right. Sad that you guys are leaving. Not willing to flop herself onto the shores and risk hurting herself on the sharp rocks. Goldie goes back under the water. All right. Should I take you guys out of combat or?
Yes,
Okay.
for now.
All right.
If we're gonna do any more fighting, you guys should let me know.
Okay, there's going to be more fighting then, apparently.
Wait,
If
you're
Orin
not
is-
going to go back to the village with them?
If Orin is to be trusted.
Well, I mean, once we meet up, Julian's going to ask a serious question. It's like, should I just drop a fireball on them, or?
Get to the village first.
So, are we assuming that Midas is at the village?
Because that is an assumption.
Just, I'm a little leery of, we get there and then there's more to contend with.
Kyra says that's generally what a village implies, yeah.
Yes, but we can deal with fire out here easily.
You're very smart.
Yes, my mom, very sarcastic. No, it's more of we can deal with this here quite quickly and easily. It's just if there's 10 times the number, then it becomes a bit more of a challenge.
This guy goes to the edge. He says,
You having trouble getting up here?
Or I'll start to climb up.
Nah,
Well, then, we didn't expect to
How
find anybody
difficult
on
does
this
this climb
island.
look?
As
really?
my fishman friend mentioned, our boat was attacked and destroyed on the way here. Have you all been here long then?
Oh, long and longer still. Why, our ancestors had a mighty battleship what ran aground long ago. Seaworthy dwarves they were, always on the lookout for gold and treasure.
There seems to be no end to the amount of gold on this island.
Aye,
Some sort of curse
we-
or something.
No, 'tis no curse. 'Tis a blessing, a great paradise of gold.
Now, don't get me wrong, but dwarves, aren't they normally smaller?
Oh, we've seen picture books what have scrawlings in them. The dwarves depicted, it was hard to gauge their size, but they definitely were smaller than us. We were thinking perhaps it's because they cannibalized each other, and only the biggest one survived.
So, what you're saying is that you're giant.
Oh, I suppose I am a giant, yes.
Good to know.
You mentioned you have a village on this island. Are there more or just the one?
Oh, there are many villages on the island. My name's Knockrod, by the way.
Orin and Mitros.
I see. Well, Orin of Mitros, whatever made-up name that is. I'm glad you agreed to come along to our village. We so very unfrequently, I should say, get guests on the island. We have a lot of plans for you back
I'm
at
just glad
the
that
old
you
village.
said this isn't cursed. We've been to a couple of golden islands and we've heard tell that there's a golden island that's the cursed Isle of Gold. But I'm relieved this isn't that one.
Oh, well, the gold is cursed in that you definitely don't want to take it from the island.
Why is that? What happens?
Bad stuff.
Oh, is that why you all stayed?
He's gonna attempt a social check real quick. Oh yeah. Apparently Andronikos, it's so bad that he doesn't even want to talk about it. It's that bad.
That bad, huh?
Yeah, everyone else, he's lying. He doesn't know if it's cursed or not, or what happens if you take it. Yeah.
Well, about how long will it take us to get to your village?
Oh, it's not far. We live in holes underground. The better to be close to the earth, the true resting place of gold. It also keeps us out of the bright sun, which burns hot and bright on the golden sheen of the world.
It is pretty bright.
And that's when you guys do realize that the sun shines so bright here. It's real hot. It's like the worst kind of heat too. It's somehow like a dry, debilitating heat, but somehow a sweaty heat in all the worst places. You are chafing badly.
Walking on top of a magnifying glass.
Yeah, if you didn't know any better, you would think that the sun had supernatural properties and was deliberately providing the worst type of sunlight for this island.
That'd be crazy, though.
Mm-hmm.
Crash, can I use this ability? The Battle Master 7th level, after interacting with a creature for a minute.
Sure.
I want to look at this creature's armor class and, I guess, total class levels.
Okay. Total class levels. How would I even describe that to you?
I guess it'd be its CR on it. Well,
it doesn't have any class levels, so yeah.
0.
It's an NPC. Its armor class is relatively low. They're going around wearing fanny packs.
Alright.
Okay.
Best ability. Almost as good as sensing portals at level 3. That's,
I mean, know your enemy's actually pretty good. Like, if you wanted to know how physically strong they were, that would have been a pretty good one. But
Alright, I'll talk to him for another minute or so.
Oh my god.
So I think we might want to take a moment here to reorient ourselves after that running with that fish.
Oh, you waiting for any more of your allies to come?
And he kind of raises an eyebrow at you.
Oh yeah, there's roughly I want to glance over at Andronicus. No, who's good at lying? Andronicus?
I mean, I am good at lying, actually.
Yeah, Lanto, he said that, yeah, there's
okay.
roughly how many more do we have coming, Andronicus?
Well, we've got all the sailors, right? So that's like 100, and then all the centaurs. That's another 25, 50.
Ooh, all right.
And then we've got all the other team members that we picked up. So it's a few giants. Are you looking for like serving size?
This guy in the back says.
Oh, that's gonna make a lot of gold.
And the other four look at him like, quiet.
And then he says, golden opportunities for friendship.
It's nice to meet. It's nice to meet people so accommodating.
What's the biggest size of your allies? I see you got a tubby fella over there. Anyone bigger than him we should know about?
Yeah, we've got one even bigger than him.
Oh man. Okay. So yeah, this guy in the back says, "Oh, if he's bigger than him, we'll have to cut him up to fit him in the gold forge." And then the other four look at him, and he says,
Cut him in on the savings and values of our going out of business sale that we're having back at the village.
and he's gonna roll
No, you're going out of business.
another social check.
Shame.
Julian's
All
just going to look over at his allies like, are we doing this now or later?
So Andronicos, it's pretty cool that they're having a going out of business sale. It's a little sad that, you know, on this island they have a struggling economy like that, but it makes sense. The rest of you, this guy's continuing to lie boldly, and Andronicos is continuing to believe it with his passive insight.
I'm sorry to hear about that.
It's rough. It's been hard
Well,
times.
this is local economies. I understand.
Well, you know the economy's in shambles because everything's made of gold.
That's true. What do you? Does that mean that the most valuable things are the things that aren't gold?
The most valuable things is the flesh. Meaty and full of blood and juices.
Oh, like for food.
Yeah.
All four of them look at him. And he says,
Yes, of course. From animals.
and they all four nod. And then this guy in the back says, people.
Orin's gonna see if he can make eye contact with Julian.
I'm
just gonna nod at him.
Try and reposition. I don't think we can really make contact, but he's going to call it. Orin, you promised me a game of...
He climbed up the rock.
Okay. Orin, you promised me a game of 20 squares previously.
He's gonna like shake his head at you and just kind of like point his head towards him and just like nod at you.
Nod in the affirmative or nod in the
like
negative?
just fucking do it.
All right, in that case, subtle spell,
Okay.
fireball.
Okay.
Let's see, what level do we want to do this at? Ooh, yeah. Let's we got some spell slots to burn. 4th level.
That's a good fireball. That's a good fireball. All right, that hits all of them. I will do.
Julian, what are you doing?
Left to right, top to
Everyone
bottom.
is surprised, including Andronicus.
All right, they all fail, and they all take 41 points of fire damage. And then they all roll into initiative. All right.
I'm so sorry about him. I thought he was over this. It's been ages since he attacked random people. What is it about quests that involve Helios with you, Julian?
The bloodlust. Andronicus might have a moral quandary here. Do you take up arms against Julian, who's clearly gone mad here?
That's a good question. You better not let me go first.
All right, let's see.
Two men enter. One man goes into the goldfish.
I think I know who goes in the goldfish.
All right. Let's see. Thebes, you won the initiative. Apparently, your allies were planning violence against these innocent natives.
I'm gonna target Julian.
Oh my God.
You're going to banish me, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna banish Julian.
This guy says,
The sun is so hot today. It
I-
really burned me.
The others say,
It did.
You guys are-
They've been doing us deception, Sibo.
was I aware that they were?
yes, Sibo,
Okay,
yes,
I'm just
you were
well,
only,
I mean, yeah, just I don't know what my passive perception or insight was
only,
on that.
only Mr. Only Mr. 11 Insight was fooled.
Something about fish on the side. All right, I'm shooting this guy.
Okay.
Fuck it, we
Please
ball.
do. 3 times in the face.
Oh my
Holy
god.
shit.
No,
All
You know
of you, all of you have gone mad.
fuck it, it's Eye of Mercy. That's what I did.
Okay.
I accidentally hit it. I want to do it. Okay.
Oh my god.
Holy
He
shit.
says it wasn't the sun. It's them.
And now they know it's you who burned them.
It's been a minute since we got from the other fight, right? All
For
the talking?
sure. Yeah, it's been several minutes. Several painful minutes.
Right.
I was trying to see if there was any redeemable qualities here, right?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'll just kind of step behind.
Okay. Let's see. As you move away from this guy, let's see. Okay. Yeah, as you move away, well, he does have his pick ready, so I'm gonna honor my Pathfinder lessons and say that he does not have a weapon to reach you because he doesn't have his weapons out. All right, so you move away from him. Okay.
All right. I'll pass to Andronicus if he does not steal.
He's gonna steal.
Yeah.
He can't believe that he's been tricked like this.
The
All right.
inhumanity of it all. This is why you don't trust no beards.
Okay, so he's gonna say,
What? You were lying to me.
And you weren't?
Well, of course I was.
and then he's going to jiggle his wrist, and you see the tarnished gold chain goes clunk, 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 clunk. And then he starts spinning it.
Is he casting
then,
a spell?
no, trust me, he's not
Just
casting a
making
fucking
sure.
Okay, he's casting a spell that Red Fighter from 8-Bit Theater would love very much. It's called Weapon. So he's stepping forward, and he's going to use Chain Sweep. All right, so here we go. This is going to allow him to make a chain attack against every target within 15 feet. So he will move up, and yeah, I guess he will attack Orin, Maya, Andronicos, and Sibo with it.
It counters
All right.
spells weapon attack.
Of course, you can with a shield spell.
Yes.
It's very Pathfinder.
All right, here we go. Orin. Oh wait, hold on. Reckless. There we go.
That'll hit.
All right. So then, Maya. Here we go. And then
Yep, that'll hit.
Andronicos. It'd be a 26 with the advantage, and then Sibo.
Reduce yours by 6.
All right.
Okay.
So each of you, when it hits, the attack can do one of the following things. So, Orin, they are going to knock you down. So give me a strength save against the effect.
It's 18.
No problem. Okay, Maya, he's gonna try to pull you closer. So give me a strength save against the effect. Alright, so 14 would not make it. You would be pulled closer to him. Andronicos is gonna try to knock you down. Strength save.
Which one is this for? Which one was for me?
The third one. So the 26 for 18.
Okay.
Because him was reckless.
Okay, I see.
Yep.
So strength save.
Yeah, that'll do it. And then Sibo, he's gonna try and restrain you. So give me a strength save. Ooh, okay, that is actually enough. You are not restrained. All right, and that is his turn. If somebody was damaged, they can steal. Otherwise, he's going to pass to his friends.
All right. Orin would like to steal.
All right, Orin, to you.
All right. We're gonna stab at him.
Okay, with advantage,
Yeah.
and a flank from Andronicus.
Flourishes around, bringing out his spear, and says, "We won't be turned into gold." Gonna stab him. 29 for. We'll do force damage.
Ooh, okay, yeah, that is going to hit. He takes the full damage.
All right. Another one.
And that,
14.
all right, how do you finish him off?
All right, he stabs him once in the shoulder and then spins around the spear, pulling it for as he slashes across the creature's throat, leaving him to lie on the sand. And then he'll rush up to get to the middle of these guys and say,
Is their blood red or is their blood like gold?
ooh.
These guys actually have red blood. Yeah, they have red blood.
Yeah, I want to move to here and say the one you serve is in defiance of the Titan, the goddess of death. That will end today. And as he moves here, magic will flare up around him, and he'll
Ooh.
go incorporeal for a bit, and we'll stab out at who's the guy that was acting like the leader? Is that this guy over here?
Yeah.
All right, we'll stab at that guy.
This was the part. This was their party face right here.
Yeah,
But this is definitely the leader.
And this is the wizard back here, the smart guy.
Yeah,
the
that's
guy who's
that's
All
the
right.
real smart guy on the back.
Orin gestures at that guy, says, "Leave him. Leave him." And then we'll stab at the leader. The natural 20.
Oh my God! All right. Let's see.
We're gonna go ahead and let's see. Do I want to add this? Add the superiority die. Yeah, we'll do that.
All right, 9 more damage.
19 more damage.
19 more damage. Okay.
And then if anybody, let's see, maneuver themselves, we'll give it to Andronicus so we can get into a better position here.
Okay.
Alrighty.
And then yeah, it'll be his turn.
All right. Fair enough. This guy's gonna steal. All right. Self-indulgent says,
Why, well, not all of you was going to get turned into gold. We was going to eat half of you.
Which half?
he looks thoughtful for a second. He says,
Probably the thighs and the butts.
Hmm.
all right.
Gotcha.
And then he's gonna use a multi-attack, and he's gonna attack twice against Orin. All right.
I
Let's
thought they meant they were
see.
gonna divide up the people and choose like that. But they're actually gonna. the body
You're dividing
parts.
up the people.
Yeah, that checks out. All right, that'll hit for 10.
All right. Give me a strength save. He's gonna try and restrain you with the chain.
All right. Is this okay? Is this normal bludgeoning?
Yeah. This is normal bludgeoning.
All right, so he'll take half. He'll get a 15 on the strength.
15 is the DC, so you're not restrained.
All right.
All right. Then in his other hand, he will try to hit you with his war pick.
That'll hit for 6.
Okay. All right. You have already acted, so he will pass to a buddy. And let's see. This guy is gonna go up, and he's gonna try an unarmed strike on you.
All right, that'll
14's
miss.
gonna miss. Okay. Then with his second attack, he will go ahead and try to hit you with his war pick.
Catches that one
and
on the
missed.
shield, turns it aside.
All right. Let's see. This guy's gonna rush up to you, and he is gonna try and, you know what? He'll try to unarmed strike you also. Let's
That'll
see.
miss.
That'll miss, and then he will try and hit you with his war pick.
That'll miss.
And miss. All right, then they'll pass to the last one. He'll move in. He's gonna try to unarmed strike you. You get a +2 from the flank, but
That'll
still
miss.
missed. Oh, what the fuck am I doing? They're supposed to be reckless in all these fucking attacks.
Oh, whoops.
Damn. All right. Well, that's on me, I guess, for not paying attention.
Just be the lust. I'm going to retroactively do it. They're all going
No,
at
no,
once.
no, I'm not gonna retroactively do it. I'll do the last one though, as I do remember before I rolled a second attack. So yeah. So 27 then. No
That'll
damage though, because he's trying to grapple.
That'll hit.
Okay. Let's see. His easy target now. And then with his second attack, instead of damage, he's going to do a fling. Alright. He's going to try to throw you 60 feet this way, but not enough to get you into the water with Goldie. But he will throw you over that way. I guess you would fly up and over and kind of crash through the trees. And then it would just take the 66 points of damage from flying through all them trees and rocks and shit and coming down to land.
Alright. Do I get a
All
dex
right.
save or?
No, it's just,
What does it say? It's a dex save if somebody gets hit by you. If the
All
target
right.
is thrown at another
creature, that creature must make a dexterity saving throw.
Alright. Do I land prone or?
Since you took damage, you would be prone.
Alright.
Alright. Then they will pass to Maya.
I assume this is non-magical tree damage.
Correct.
Alright. Warren is in a tree somewhere.
Alrighty.
Masterfully dodged a bunch of attacks, but he gets through.
Alright, I'll bonus action. Mark. This one.
Okay.
So. Where is it? And then action.
Oh, actually, I can't
draw
be
some-
grappled. Whoops.
Oh, while you're in that form?
Yeah, whoops.
Oh, okay, okay. Then he tries to grapple you. He does not grapple you. Then instead of fling, I guess he would just do a reckless war pick on you. And miss. All right, so I'll move you back over there, or you can move yourself back over there. Here, I'll move you. There you go. Oh, well.
I'll keep the being flung damage as the the damage I would have taken from the reckless attacks.
All right, so Maya, what are you gonna do?
So I mark that guy, and I'm gonna toss a police flame at him.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely gonna hit. It takes 14 points of fire damage.
Alright, let me just check something here. So, any of your allies. Oh, it has to be my ally. Okay, never mind. Alright. And then I'll use my movement to move over to here.
Mm.
And try and get ready to start walking down this precarious cliff back down to the rest of everybody.
Okay.
And then I'll pass to we'll pass to Andronikos.
All right, and Dronkos to you.
All right, I am going to move up to this one right here. And I'm going to attack him with my Coral Cutlass.
All right, this is an actual giant, Andronikos.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. The promised land.
All right, so it's all that extra damage. And there we go. Boop, 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 and then the second attack. Boop, boop, boop. All right, he is near death after your two massive swings against
So
him.
close.
I know, pretty close. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to kill him at a cost. No.
I mean, it's called smiting. It is a class feature, but yeah.
I want to save my smites for the big
All right, fair
boy.
enough, fair enough. You gonna pass to Julian?
Yes.
All right.
Oren, are you immune to?
To fire.
No, I was going to ask if you're immune to like force or thunder damage in that
Immune
state
to
of yours.
cold, if that helps.
Neither. Only mundane weapon attacks.
I see.
These creatures do seem taller than me, though.
Well, if they're taller than Oren is, I guess what I'll do is. Where's the damage on this? I'll do a shatter on them.
Ooh,
Since that's
okay.
a sphere.
Got this last of 3D targeting here.
And I'm targeting above Oren's head for this.
To catch the 4 of them. Got it.
Yes.
All right.
I thought I rolled it. Is it just not coming through? Oh, there it is. There's a template. Okay.
Everything's hard to see with these weird gold lighting effects. All right, they'll try to make con saves. Oh my god. All of them fail.
Yep.
One of them gets a complication. Fatigue. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Alright, here we go.
They were hoofing it to try and find intruders.
Oh, him tired. Alright, so let's see. He's got exhaustion. Alright. Oh no, Dom. It looks like this update is making convenient effects override each other again.
Oh no.
Maybe I can re-import them and not have to remake them all from scratch. Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyways, fucking this. Alright, anyways, I'll apply the damage. Here we go.
He's trying to give them multiple stacks.
Huh?
He's trying to give each one of them multiple stacks of the same condition.
This happened the last time the app updated, or the mod updated. Basically, your custom effects, yeah, they just start overriding each other instead of just, you know.
Yeah, I don't know why your effects. I don't know what's causing it. If they have like some type of ID that makes it so when you put one on, it takes the other one off.
I don't know. I mean, I wiped all of them and made them from scratch with unique IDs, so
Yeah,
it has to have something to do with this update.
Crazy.
All right. Yeah, it's crazy. God. My favorite part of being a DM is fixing the fucking VTT. So, anyways, that's the end of the round. Going into the next round, the
I'm
remaining
assuming one of them steals.
Yeah, the remaining 2 are gonna try to steal for sure. All right. So Hostile's gonna steal. He's
Oh
going
wait,
to go...
one of the ones I dropped do they get immolated or?
Ooh, yeah.
This one died right here.
Yeah, this one died right here.
Okay, so yeah, I'll definitely emulate it. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. All right.
Right. Let's see. This one right here. Let's see. If he stood right there, he still couldn't really reach everybody. Yeah. Okay. Oren, he is going to try and run away.
Alright. Let him go.
Oh, you just let him go? Okay. Yeah, it starts running. He will pass to this one, and this one will start running as well.
Trip this one.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Let's see. I think it's an acrobatics check to try to trip. Or I could just...
Yeah. Let's see. $18 to trip against his athletics.
I think so.
That would be his passive athletics is an 18. So that would succeed. So he would fall prone.
Ooh,
Oh wait. This is technically like a grapple. So defender wins on the grapples.
Yeah. Give me that Telemachus.
Oh shit. Okay.
Telemachus.
Bane.
Oh, I mean, if you don't need to take extra. You are Banes. Okay.
Yeah,
But he
just
does fall prone. So he is going to crawl away because he's not smart enough to stand up. So he will move 10 more feet, and then he will move 10 more feet while prone. All right, they will pass to Julian.
Are we letting them go, or are we putting an end to this nonsense?
Kill the faster one.
I feel like, yeah, we should finish them off.
Kill the faster one and we'll question the other one.
You're also
Alright.
you're also blessed, Julian.
Okay, Julian's going to firebolt the last one.
Okay, the one that's furthest away?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, that's going to hit 19 damage. He is still going. His bun's now on fire. He cannot steal because he has already acted.
Okay, Julian's going to move closer. He's going to get close within 60 feet. We're going to quicken spell, and then we're going to mind sliver.
Okay. He fails, taking 15 more psychic damage. He's on his last legs.
I'm gonna pass to Sibo.
All right, Sibo.
Eldritch Blast.
Oh, all right. He's done so. How do you finish him off?
Just take him off with the knees. Just watch him bleed out.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Slowly. Still watching.
Okay. You have 2 more Eldritch Blasts, though.
Okay.
Yeah. This guy is prone, so this would be at disadvantage. Oh.
Okay. All right. Yep. I'm gonna do it. Both of them.
All right. Yeah, that's gonna hit. And that's gonna hit. All right, so he takes both of those, and is still going, but is bloodied.
Nice. Oren.
Alright.
This one, which I believe is the dumbest one of them all, he cries out, "Ooh, why are you hurting me?"
Stop running, we've got some questions for you.
Just some questions?
About the village. Who you serve.
Okay. Midas,
How many
the
are
god,
there?
the god king of gold.
How many are there in your village?
I don't know, a lot. More than I have fingers and toes.
Does Midas just have the one dragon?
No dragon. A sheep.
That sounds like a deception.
Okay, he will attempt a social skill on you. All right, they didn't get you this time, Andronikos. They are telling the truth. He has no dragon.
One's telling the truth. He means it.
He has apparently Midas is a pet sheep.
What?
Don't forget, dragons
the
can
golden
shape
ram?
change.
Just a very fluffy dragon, maybe. You know what a sheep looks like?
Yeah, it's got fuzzies all over it.
How big is it? Bigger than you?
It's the same size as me,
That's a big sheep.
I guess.
Hmm.
Big to you.
Small for a dragon, though.
There is no dragon. Legend says the dragon is the foundation of the palace.
Are we still in combat?
I mean, you don't have to be. This guy's like, he thinks that you guys are done fighting, so.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, do we have an offer for you? You set aside your gruesome ways and join our crew. Lead us to your village. We might consider pardoning you for your past atrocities.
There's a lot of words there that I don't understand.
If you help us, you can live and we'll forgive you.
Oh. Okay. But won't that make Midas mad at me?
We're here to kill Midas.
Oh, that's not good.
We can leave your people in peace, but we need Midas.
Why not?
Wait. You could kill Midas and leave my people in peace?
Yes.
Does give me something to think about.
No Midas, and this island and your people can live here without Midas.
You can have all the gold you want.
No, not everybody is as enterprising as me. They might not like this idea. But I can guide you to the palace.
Can you get us to it without us being seen by your people?
Maybe. But I'm sure the golden cats will find us. They prowl the golden wastes.
The golden cats roughly the same size as you.
No, bigger.
Oh.
Yeah, they're
Golden
big.
lions, you mean?
Do they look
More
like the...
golden lions?
Yeah, like they look like that guy's costume.
And they point at Julian.
Wonderful.
These golden lions are real dicks.
Well, we do know their weakness.
Shoot him in the nuts.
He nods sagely.
They have very big testicles.
They're probably so ornery from all the extra testosterone.
Good eating, though.
What's testosterone?
The testicles?
Something I learned about in Telemachus' school.
They make you big and strong.
And it makes the giant cats a bit testy.
Gold dwarf women love a good gold dwarf who's had gold testicles for a snack.
And he waggles his eyebrows at you, Andrakos.
He doesn't know.
You need the extra stamina. A gold dwarf woman, very big.
Bigger than you?
Oh, yes. It takes 3 gold dwarf males to service 1 female. 2 to lift her up. 1 to fight. Well, anyways, it's complicated.
I see. So it's a team sport. I just thought she had tremendous appetites.
Both.
That aside, is Midas currently at your village? The
No.
palace, you said.
He never leaves the palace. That's where he's counting his gold. The palace is guarded by his sheep.
Or I'm gonna draw like a rough sketch of like a sheep.
And the gold cursed corpses of those who have challenged him.
Yeah, or nods that he draws like a rough shape of a sheep in the golden sand with his trident, and then gestures to it like this. You mean this as a sheep guards his palace?
Yep.
Why hasn't he turned all of you into solid gold?
Because he needs. We are we're chosen people.
Why? Why does he need you?
Why does anyone need anyone?
He probably gets lonely, Andronicus.
But if he can't look at them without them turning to solid gold, it's not like...
He just closes his eyes when he wants to hang out, you know.
Bleeding from many wounds, he stumbles towards you. He goes to place an arm on your shoulder and bicep. A hand on your shoulder and bicep. And he says,
just because you can't see the people that care about you doesn't mean they're not in your life, caring about
He
you.
doesn't seem like a trusting fellow. So him being blinded around other people doesn't seem like something he'd be too into. That was what I meant.
Hmm. Are you having trouble trusting people?
No, no.
Are you
Is there something we need to talk
sure?
about here, Andronicus?
That sounds like something that someone who's having trouble trusting people would say.
Here's the thing. Anything about me gets forgotten. So it is very easy for me to trust people. I can tell anyone everything, and they won't remember it.
Are you having a crisis of faith?
Now that's been
Do you think that just
very
because your
long
God can't see you, they don't think about you?
I don't. I mean, they remember my name most of the time.
You hear someone shout, "It's Andrew!"
Most of the time.
Warren glances down at his arm, where he's got Andronicus scrawled into it. Says, no. No.
It's not Andrew. It's not Andrew.
He says, Andrew, letting yourself trust and believe in God, it gives you strength. When you lose faith in yourself, you could still have faith in God.
I used to believe in the gods until I met them. And now I know they're just like us. They just have more power.
Midas is not like us. He's got snakes on his head.
We used to have 2 party members who had snakes on their head.
Oh,
We cured one of them.
that lady over there has a snake on her head.
Yeah. And this one right here, she used to have snakes on her head, but we uncursed her.
Okay. And?
Well, they weren't gods.
Not to you.
So what? What defines godhood is whether someone else believes that you're a god or not?
Yeah.
Are we gods to the ants or the mice?
Maybe.
Possibly.
I don't know. I think that if you're a god, you have to just be one, whether anybody else is around or not. It shouldn't be something that's subjective. Why am I... Look, okay. We'll go back to the help us, we won't
Do
kill
you
you.
want me to take you to the palace or not?
Yes.
Alright, this way. Do you guys mind if we sit down for an hour?
I am 100% okay with that.
Okay. Do you guys mind if I eat this guy?
I am also strangely 100% okay with that.
There's not a lot of meat on the island, alright.
Alright, and we'll end there.
As he rips off an arm. It's been barbecued to perfection by Julian and Sibo.
Alright, well, you've made your foray onto the Isle of Gold.
I'm glad we found a diplomatic resolution.
Yeah, yeah. It turned out, it happened. So that's good.
We needed a
Here you go.
troglodyte B team member.
I forgot to change out the map. This is the map for this island. It's a very small island. Cool, cool baby
It's got a
island.
little fish.
So
Yeah, there's
I
the
recognize
goldfish.
that fish, yeah.
Yeah. I guess that would have been a foreshadowing if I had shown the map beforehand. Ah, shucks. Oh well. Anyways, quick announcements. Outlaws prep tomorrow night. Tuesday, Cyberpunk Red and Abomination Vaults. Wednesday, we're back in it. We're deep in the mines, the Lifestone mines. Dragon's Dogma, baby. We've gotta find some heartstones. I don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Are you gonna go to Bitter Black Island?
No!
Too? Okay.
Maybe someday we'll revisit it.
You mentioned that, and just just avocado flies by.
Oh my god, we're not going to Bitter Black Island. At least not in the course of this stream. We might revisit it later. We might be like,
Marvel versus
I
Dwarf
even have
Cyclops, but I guess I'll have to
Yeah.
wait.
maybe right before Dragon's Dogma 2 comes out, we'll log back in and we'll take Princess Meatball over to Black Island or whatever the fuck it's called. But not for any time soon. She's gonna limp across the finish line, high five Baldur's Gate 3, and take a nap. That's what she's gonna do. Thursday, Curse of Strahd Nightfall continues. They're honestly in a pretty chill spot right now, so they're just taking a little road trip. This is gonna be a lot of traveling, If you like random encounters, well, that's probably what they're gonna get up to.
Daybreak's in the middle of a road trip too.
Yeah, in different directions. So Friday, we might do a vodcast. Either way, Orf's got Rime of the Frost Maiden. Saturday morning, the finale of Red Hand of Doom. For reals, maybe, but probably for reals. And then Saturday night, maybe we'll play Solasta. I don't know. Let's see what happens. I don't think anybody wants to play Solasta anymore, to be honest. But, we'll see. Everybody keeps coming up.
Solasta hype.
Everybody keeps making up excuses not to play. I just sit there on my computer just staring at the login screen, listening to
I mean, yeah, their entry is kind of a banger. Like,
I mean, you're not listening to that anymore because you got the expansion.
Huh?
You're not
Oh
listening to
yeah,
that anymore because
they got rid
it's
of
that sad
the
music.
They got rid of the cool Mandalorian trumpets, and they have the stupid
That's
like
why no
ice.
one wants to play.
Yeah, that's true. There's no hype anymore. Sunday morning, Curse of Strahd Daybreak. They're gonna sit down for a little family meal, with a local local lord. And then we'll be back here that night. So, anybody have any other announcements? Any shouts before we adjourn? Oh yeah. We are playing Sea of Thieves again on the server. So, if you are interested, no skill required. It's free with Game Pass. It's currently on sale on Steam. It's a really fun game. It doesn't matter how much you play. There's no way to mechanically be better than anyone else. It's entirely skill-based. And so joining now is no different than joining later or before. Like, you're not going to be behind anybody other than, not having any skills and getting fucking owned by everyone. But it's really, really fun. When it's good, it's great. And when it's not, it's blood boiling to the point that, you want to throw your computer out the window. But it's a roller coaster. It's a journey. And it's a very authentic pirate experience. So, yeah. Anyways, that's my last pitch. All right, go for it. What do you got, Tom?
I was gonna mention that I think this Friday coming up we have first game from Darby on the server. Pathfinder one shot.
Hype.
So there's that too.
All right. Any other announcements before we adjourn?
Yeah, I think it should be said that Seabook got his epic path completed. I don't know if that was said.
Oh yeah, big
Yeah.
congrats!
shit.
Big congrats to that.
oh man, so you're really gonna start carrying the scenarios, huh?
Yeah.
Do you need a special title on the Discord for that?
I think so.
I guess you
Yeah.
update your path to the found one now.
The
Man.
Foundry one. We already have that. That's
Oh no! Don't no more Foundry.
Okay. All right.
I worked so hard last time there was updates. I shouldn't have to reset everything every time there's a goddamn. I know, Alexa. I know. Anyways, any other announcements before we adjourn? All right, cool. Well, I hope everybody has a good week, and I will see you guys next time.
All right, thanks for the game.
Alrighty,
Thanks
take
for
care.
tuning in.
Thanks, Crash.
Yep. Night.